buttons and shit. I guess he is.
I think you found it.
I guess he is.
Hello?
You found
I
it.
guess he is.
Hello?
You found it. Yeah, you guys are good and rested, or you should be. Goodness gracious, you're still hurt.
Yeah, me hurt.
Plink.
Hurt.
You all did hit level 5, and Tony, that meant for you, you now have access to 3rd level spells.
Woohoo.
So there's a lot to look through now in that regard.
Got bubbles.
No!
Are we in a laboratory?
No, you guys are back in the bookstore.
I'm hearing like bubbling and stuff.
It's his
That's
tea.
That's in the front
trying to-
room.
Do you
He's
not
making us
boil your
tea.
books?
And all I'm hearing in my head is the beginning of Monster Mash. Late one night.
Perfect.
Boil before reading.
So yes, you have made it back to Haversham's Tomes via the Marsember door. Everyone's been paid for their work. Everyone's hit level 5. Felix had kind of spirited off, had directed 40 and Caspar through to a different door in the back. And then, as I pull up the notes that keep going to sleep on me.
Snore.
We go. There it is. Okay.
Ooh, I have
Um,
4 cantrips. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Well, you can work on that.
I'm sorry.
Stop.
And then
Oh, yeah.
y'all just keep going. I'm just like checking out my things as to what I need to add, and then I kept pressing buttons I shouldn't be, and I'm like, oh no.
And the whole world imploded. So one of the last things that had been mentioned to you guys was that Felix had been doing some divining while you were out, trying to find the next element of this artifact set that he had pulled you guys in to try and recollect, because you'd heard they'd been dispersed. And he had found like a general area to locate them, and in supporting you guys on the next leg of the journey, because it looked like it was going to be a longer trek, he had offered to open up the kind of mundane collection of artifacts back in the Grey Circle archives so that everybody could, take an extra item that might help them along the way. So to that end, you're all still in the side room. You've just been paid your gems. And
2,000 gold worth of gems, correct?
yes, I think you had 2 somethings. Maybe that was Avarist had 2 fire opals or something like that. I think you had them all set in your inventory, though.
It's all been converted to coin.
Okay. So Felix kind of claps his hands as he's wont to do when he's excited. Kind of waves his hands towards himself, towards everybody. Like, well, yes, come along. We must go find the new items that you might want to use on your journey. And he's rummaging around in his pockets. You'd seen him pull out the kind of oversized pocket watch before to use the port key on his front door. This time he just reaches inside his robes and pulls a single coin, like a silver dollar-sized coin, out, and starts to direct you guys down a back hallway that you hadn't gone down before. The bookstore, like front shop area, has like one hallway that goes down the back. The side room that you guys had gone into before was kind of just about 10 feet ahead of this kind of blocked off hallway. So he lifts up a what do you call those? It's like little bar that'll sit across a doorway. You could just lift the whole thing up, like the door to a bar. Anyway, lifts that up out of the way. You guys start heading back. Yeah, the thing made out of wood. It turns 90 degrees. He starts directing you guys down the back and turns to use the coin on a different door that's kind of sitting to the side. You see a set of stairs that go up at the end of the hall, and then this one door on the side. You're assuming this is where Caspar and 40 went because there's nowhere else to go in the back of the store from what you can see. But as he's walking, he's just kind of muttering to himself, and then mentions, we have all kinds of different items. We have spells, we have some rings and scrolls. There's other artifacts that you might be able to find useful. Anyway, as you'll see, we have plenty of options to choose from. I'm sure something will strike your fancy. And then he puts the coin into the slot and kind of crackles a bit as it gets placed in. Still locks in, but he's just kind of looking at it oddly. And then as he goes to open the door, you just start to hear this, reverberating kind of like thunder, but way off in the distance, followed by weird, like you almost think you hear like shouts or cries, metal on metal, these kind of, it sounds like battle, but like you're in the middle of a bookstore and you can't tell where it's exactly coming from. And then this immediate just burst of bizarre, like multicolored energy flares out right where through the door. The door itself doesn't seem to move or break. It just kind of, something lays over the top of it. And Lucky, I need you to roll me a dexterity save.
Speaking of, before I do that, I need to roll my portents.
Oh, your 2 die?
Yeah. Unless
Go
you've
for
got
it.
notes from last time. If I had it
Oh,
or not.
right. My 7-month-old notes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did we put them in your notes section?
I'm showing, I've got it in notes, but I don't have anything in it, so I'm assuming they're all gone. Are we starting a new day, or is this picking up from where we left off? Because I don't.
This could be a new day. You guys spent like 2 days getting back. So you had chances to rest in Marsember as well as on the road.
So I got rolls that I don't want to use. They're still good rolls for
That'll be interesting.
And what kind of check am I making?
You're making a dex save.
And a finger guns it.
Okay, so you guys all see as this flare of bizarre multicolored energy, it's like swirling and tendril-like almost, bursts out in front of the door. This like dark blur just like rockets through like a cannon. Lucky spins in place and just barely gets like brushed on his left shoulder. As this like heavy lump just kind of crashes into the other side of the hallway, and the graze to your shoulder just kind of sends you in a spin, and as you collide with like the wall right next to the end of the stairs, the rest of you just see Lucky disappear in the same colored cloud of energy.
Bye, Lucky.
As you guys look down, you see a... Well, I'm going to let him take it away, but all you can tell right now is it's an upside-down dwarf. So if you want to describe what they're looking at.
I would suggest about an average size dwarf with really long red hair, and I mean, if he's face down, he's probably all you're seeing. And some armor and a hammer somewhere in the room.
Yeah, it's sitting like just to your side. Make a perception check real quick, Tony.
Huh? Oh. Ugh. Hold on. It's been such a long time.
Dice are so heavy. So you notice in his like in the crumpled ball that he is like upside down against the hallway. You see clutched in his left hand this kind of chipped and cracked, old-looking stone tablet that's just clutched against his chest.
So then he has a name tag that says, "Hi, my name is."
Now that would be on his shirt, which is all covered right now. But we'll get back to that because
Okay, I go
Lucky.
up to him.
He said I disappeared.
yeah, you disappeared. So we'll get back to you guys in the hall. Lucky, you find yourself weightless.
In the world.
Just kind of, you can squint, rub your eyes, or try and focus. Everything around you is kind of lost a sense of depth. You just see like swirls of every color, chunks of rock that could be like in front of your face or miles away. There's no like atmospheric depth to where you are, but you can't, like, you don't feel like you're falling. You just kind of feel like you're like in a sensory deprivation tank, which I'm sure Lucky's never tried, but
What?
there's no pull or push on you anywhere. You're just kind of adrift in this formless but like psychedelic looking cloud of. Actually, roll me an intelligence check real quick.
Hey, did this happen after drinking tea?
No, no one's had tea yet.
Straight intelligence.
Even
Yeah.
worse, you didn't get to drink your tea.
Yeah, it's just nothing you see really makes sense. It doesn't remind you of anything in particular. Not like I don't, unless Lucky's had some weird drug trips in the past. I don't know.
Maybe he's found some leaf here or there. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think this is more paper, if you know what I'm saying.
Anyway, you
So he's just, I'd be taking it in, just like slightly tripping, but like more amazed at anything.
okay.
And I'm just gonna look, enjoy it for a bit.
Okay, so you'll kind of float with it. Let's bounce back to the shop here real quick while you're just kind of taking everything in. Tony, you were saying?
Like, I'm totally unfazed. No, I'm just kidding. Like, I mean, I'm like slightly worried because I'm just like, okay, what the heck? Like, where's Lucky? And then Will's probably like over next to this new stranger, like trying to untangle him. Like, hey, dude, what's up?
So, Flint, you find yourself being righted by a pair of fairly calloused hands. As you're starting to take in your surroundings, you see a dark-haired half-elf, a pair of swords strapped across his back in like an X fashion, so you see the hilts hanging over his shoulders a bit. And as you start to look around, you're in a normal, like, a wooden structure hallway. There's a group of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5 people in the hall, kind of to your left, and a set of stairs to your right. Everybody's upside down. You can tell there's a gnome with a very strange set of spectacles that have like 6 or 7 different lenses hanging off, little armatures that extend off the frame. He's got a massive shock of white hair off the top, bald down the sides, and then a similar matching chunk of white hair just off his chin. And he's just kind of tilting his head, looking at you from a couple different angles. You see him kind of flip different lenses down in front of his glasses as he's just taking you in.
I'm gonna grab my maul, and I'm gonna stand myself up and back against the wall, very suddenly. And I'm gonna What? Where am I?
Whoa!
Who are you?
No need for that. Please put the weapon back. I'm not armed. They might be.
Are Tony steps up and she's kind of like holding her hands out, like I'm not gonna hurt you, but she's just like, "Are you okay? I know you're a little shook up, just as much as we are, but are you injured in any way?"
Is a human female, younger, big glasses. I forget some of her other defining features.
Yes, you basically got it. I don't even remember. It's been that long.
Everybody across the room, and
The weirdest thing you probably see is the full human-sized set of armor standing in the back. That seems a bit animated. Nothing's really holding it together. And then between the cracks in the chest plate and the legs, you can see a red-haired dwarf just kind of suspended in the middle.
What happened to everyone? Where am I?
A tall, elderly humanoid with or human. He's an alien. Human with like silvery, kind of receding hair, leans around the side of the suit of weird armor. You're in my bookstore.
But where's all the dwarfs that were attacking and my chapel and my family?
Dwarf, you say? Chapel? What? Where do you hail from?
Grimspire. A small village.
Grimspire. Hold on, and you see the gnome kind of walk backwards and or gnome. So he heads up the stairs really quick, and you hear a door shut up there, and then he opens the door again. You hear, "Oh, sorry, I'm looking something up. I'll be right back."
Okay. Does he like just Flint himself, like, does he look bloodied? Like,
Oh yes, he's probably got a lot on his face and hammer.
Make a medicine check for me.
I should be really good at that.
Who knows? Some clerics are just good at causing damage.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, the medicine thing. Now I get it. Haha.
Yes, because I'm a medical
So,
assistant.
yeah,
Haha.
he's covered in a fair amount of gore. It doesn't look like all of it is his.
She kind of edges closer, but at the same time, she's, like, very wary. Do you need some healing, buddy? And, like, a potion or something? I mean, you look kind of rough there.
For all the shock, you didn't actually take any significant damage. You didn't get a chance to. Just that may not even be registering with him at the time, but
I feel lost.
okay, we're gonna hold there.
Okay.
What? 1 second.
Boop.
Lucky.
Yelp.
Not much has changed.
Anyways, going back to the hallway.
The camera pans and he's kind of like kicked back. He stretched out his hands behind his head. He's just floating. If you get near a rock or something, kind of poke it with his finger, send it off flying through space.
When you poke the rock and send it off, where you touch it, part of it turns to water in front of you, and then the rest of the rock floats off.
Oh, that's something right there. And I'll scoop it in my hand and like drink it.
It's like pure water. It's actually very clear or refreshing.
We'd hope water's clear.
Well, it could be like dank and musty and nasty.
Yuck.
Yeah, I just keep like poking, looking at stuff, trying different things. At one point, like yell out, like "Hello."
The first time you try, your voice sounds like really kind of like it's muffled. It doesn't go very far. And then when you give it a shot, a couple seconds later, it just gets like super magnified, just like almost deafening to you. Before it just echoes off into the distance.
Yeah, he's just gonna continue to like experiment, poke and prod, and
Okay.
try various things. He's not worried about like a point because, like I say, his whole life is everything's worked out how it should. So this is for a reason. It's no big deal. So he's just having fun with it.
So roll me one more. Actually, let me double check something. I think. Yeah, roll me one more intelligence check. You can make that You can make that Arcana if you want. Okay, so as you're testing out different things and you're taking in some of like the weird chaotic nature of the matter around you or the lack thereof, the fluidity of the space starts to ring a bell with you, and you try to put your foot down, and as you focus on that process, some like nondescript kind of earthen terrain just kind of apparates into being underneath your foot, just like a couple feet of radius. And you find yourself able to stand still. Everything around in the distance is still just kind of multi-directional, going wherever.
So does it seem like an extension of my will?
Yeah, you rolled high enough to.
So at that point, any of the rocks and stuff I see, I'm going to try to start like making things collide. Like if it's way off, you see like it looked like a spiral galaxy. I'm going to try to move it into another or something.
So anything off in the distance that you try to control doesn't seem to respond. You make the assumption that the control that you can exert seems to be within a certain distance of yourself.
Okay, I'll concentrate and try to picture like the seat that I usually sit in at Haversham's. Like turn around and see it, make it appear. Is it sitting there?
Yeah, so it kind of the earth kind of extends away from you a couple feet, and then you almost see like vines begin to grow out of it in like weird jerking pauses, and then as they come together and form like the seat top, it shifts into like the rigid wooden structure with the sharp angles and everything.
Can I see anybody else there? If I try to look around the room, does it and make the room appear as I turn?
Like you're visualizing the whole store?
Not all at once, but as I turn, like almost if my view was a cone, and I turn my vision, trying to make the rest of it appear, and the rest fades off as I turn away from it.
You don't. You're not taking in like your vision cone as you sweep it around doesn't seem to create things at will and in passing. There's a certain element of focus that you need to like exert to have anything visible or tangible in your near space. So you can think about the store, and as you sweep your vision around, you can start to manipulate the ground to be more like, the plank flooring.
I was trying to decide how much of this I'm going to screw you over and just like I'm enjoying it here and I'm going to stay, versus the okay, I'll try to step through. To be nice, though, I'll try to see if I can like step into the floor, like pull myself through this kind of opening, but only halfway.
Which opening?
Like you say, I could start seeing the ground and stuff, like where these vines.
Well, no, as you're exerting you were focusing on the chair, and the chair kind of morphed into being right next to you. Like they didn't grow through something. It was just a weird kind of story flavor element of the more matter being created.
Okay, I was picturing it like you're like a kind of almost like a wispy portal opening up, and I could see that section. That's why I'm like if I could turn and look to make the rest of it. Okay, so I'm gonna sit in the chair.
It's a chair. It's pretty comfortable.
Nothing happens.
No, I mean it's solid. The ground around you's still there.
Can't remember the name of the song. You know the meme where the dude goes falling through space?
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit in the chair and tip back and then project myself through this void, and that music starts playing.
Shooting stars.
Yeah, shooting stars.
Do, 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 do.
Hey, I hate y'all.
It's okay.
Okay, so as he is relaxing in his chair, we're gonna come back to
Unpause.
the hallway.
I hand him. I step away. I go to, I don't know, I guess the little washroom, the little ladies' room, and I get like some wet rags or towels, and I'm like, here, clean yourself up. You look like shit. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's Marcy.
But for real though, you look like shit.
I just like here to. You might want to clean yourself up a little.
He'll hesitantly outstretch his hand and kind of wipe the blood from around his face. And he'll pick up the tablet that's with him and he'll be like, by Torag's beard, where have you sent me?
It's a very good question that I do not know how to answer.
You hear kind of a muffled "aha" from upstairs, and a set of quick feet, and then he opens the door again and stumbles down the steps a bit. Oh god. He's like, "This is most fortuitous indeed. Here, come with me. Also, we should really figure out what happened to your friend." He kind of, I think were you up on your feet by now, Flint?
Yes.
Okay, he just, you find this little gnome is kind of shoving you and reaching over and kind of directing Tony at the same time. Back down the hall a bit. He's trying to like force you guys back into the little meeting room on the side.
I mean, I guess I'll just head in that direction.
So you guys all kind of crowd in around. There's a round table with 6 chairs, and then like a slate on one of the walls in this room that looks like it's just designed for. There's not much else in there, so it's just designed for a place for people to sit around and talk. But he kind of reaches towards the center of the table and says, "You happen to come at one of the most." What I would say the perfect time. Honestly, I still don't know what happened, but you should, yes, just watch this. And he mutters a few quick words, which no, you wouldn't. Avarice recognizes as a illusion spell, and kind of summons this like light blue, ethereal-looking, two-dimensional map that just kind of floats above the table, and you see the outline of like a southern landmass, and then kind of a V-shaped northern landmass. And the northern landmass has a bright kind of most of the terrain is being taken up with like a red glow. It's somewhat central to the whole area. It isn't like a pinpoint. It's just like a big blurry circle. And then you see like a silver star on the southern mass. And Felix dives into this a bit. He goes, "So, the silver spot, that's where I was going to send you guys out from, honestly. It was the nearest place I could find to the next artifact. So it was going to be a bit longer, because you see that's the southern continent. And then it would be maybe 3 days up to the port, and then you'd probably, I would suggest finding a boat, because that's a fair amount of ocean. And then the artifact was somewhere in that reddish area. I can't quite nail it down. I don't know why. I'm still working on that, using a couple new tools. But our new friend here, with his most impressive entrance, hails, and you see another, like a yellow section, kind of crescent moon shaped, which seems to encompass the northern tip of that northern landmass. That would be Grimspire. So you might have a perfect traveling troupe to get back to where you came from. Unless you figure out how to do that again, because I've never seen someone override my doors before.
It's...
To put it shortly, you traveled south a fair ways. Maybe 2 weeks worth of travel.
Whew.
2 weeks. But
What exactly? What were you coming from?
I believe the dwarfs are at war. When I was taken, there was a raid on my home.
Oh goodness. Felix flips a couple lenses down. There's like a green one on the left and a weird swirly blue one on the right, and he kind of gets really close to your face, and then swaps two like massive like saucer-sized ones that are both like an amethyst down in front of both, and keeps looking at you, and then shakes his head a little bit and pulls everything away. Well, you don't seem to be a fiend or fae. No illness about you.
They were my countrymen. They're foggy-eyed, but their age was all the same. I was pulled away by this.
Oh, audio is clipping in and out. Is it me or is it you guys?
It's just you.
Sounds fine here.
Yay, me. Good. Glad my connection's awesome. All I heard was foggy-eyed.
No, I heard everything. Just don't ask me to repeat it, because I don't know. I already forgot.
They were foggy-eyed, but their age was all the same. They were attacking everyone. We fled to the church, my family, and I wanted to protect the stone, and it pulled me here. I don't know why.
Wait a minute. Felix heads back out into the hallway. And then pops his head back in. I'm Felix, by the way.
Nice
starts
to meet
putting
you.
his hands. He's already gone. Walks back to where you guys saw Lucky disappear. He starts like moving his hands along the wall, knocking on it, putting his ear to it. He licks his finger and just kind of holds it in the air. Then he comes back into the room. The way you came here, did you see that happening anywhere else?
Yeah. Believe some of them came through rifts, much like the one I fell through.
Damn, I was really hoping to save that for a party favor or something. I might be able. Yes, one second. Havisham, can you see to our? And you hear the elderly gentleman already on it, and he wanders off towards the front of the bookstore. Flint, you hear these weird like whistling sounds. You hear some like metal scraping as like dials are turned. You hear like a wooden door open, or I'm sorry, a wooden drawer slide open and shut again. And that just keeps going on in the background. Felix heads back upstairs, comes back down a second later, has like a 1-inch rod. As if you look closer, it's like a, how'd you describe it? It's like you had an hourglass without any of the frame, pretty thin, and he kind of places it against the wall where Lucky disappeared, and then with the other hand, he just rubs it on his shirt really quick and then like smashes it with like the side of a fist. Lucky, from your perspective, as you're sitting in the chair, about 3 feet in front of you, you see about an inch-size hole all of a sudden just like appear into being.
Is this as
through
I'm
which
tumbling backwards?
What?
Is this as I'm tumbling backwards through space with the music?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to tell exactly. It's really hard to tell where anything is because everything's constantly moving around you in your vision, but you don't feel motion. So ahead of you, you just see this hole appear, and you can see one of Felix's eyeballs on the other end. His mouth moves over the hole. Hello?
Can I hear him, or is it like deafening, or?
It kind of wavers in pitch, so it comes through more like a, on your end, like a hello.
This is just a bad acid trip. Felix!
Don't scream! I can hear you! Wait, now this is... I hate limbo. Focus on the opening! This is only gonna work from your side.
This is kind of fun, though.
Yes, until pirates come find you.
Oh, there's pirates?
If you're unlucky,
I'm in space pirates. That
you're
could be
in a
fun.
plane of change. You probably don't want to stay there too long. Just focus on the hole.
That sounds exactly like where he would want to be with probability. So I focus, trying to... His voice, that opening.
Okay, make me one more... this is just going to be a straight intelligence roll. Okay, yeah. You see the... You see a wooden wall, like you're effectively imagining the other side of the space you were already in, spread out from that hole that had punched through, and the line then kind of continues to open downward, so you're looking at like a 2.5 foot tall, like 1-inch wide gap, and then as you continue focusing on the space, it spreads to, I don't know, like shoulder width, so you now have an opening large enough for yourself to move through. And then you turn around and ignore it anyway.
Okay.
No. Yes, you've forced open a doorway.
I reluctantly step through. Halfway through, I just kind of turn back and look like I'm thinking, shake my head kind of sadly, and then go ahead and step.
And then
all
you
the way
guys just
through.
have a staring contest. Or I can't hear him again.
You can't hear me now?
I can hear you now.
That's very odd. So I start to step through the portal, and I'm halfway through, and I kind of turn back and look at the other dimension there, and sadly shake my head and go ahead and step the rest of the way through.
Okay. As you're walking through, you do start to notice that the chair starts to wilt and fall back into the kind of space dirt, and then the as you continue to move through, it kind of cleans itself up behind you as it moves towards the opening, and then the hole closes again.
Damn, I should have tried to make a pair
I
of
guess I'm gonna
pants
have
that look
to.
like that. Then I
Good.
can sing Space Pants.
I didn't mean to step on you there.
No problem. I was just being a smartass. You ever see that skit with damn, I'm going blank now. I played Tyrion Lannister, the midget, the short guy.
Come on, audio. How do I switch
what's his name?
channels? I missed so much of that.
Are you talking about Peter Dinklage?
Yes, Dinklage. When he was on, I think it was Saturday Night Live, did Space Pants.
Yeah.
I should have made a pair of Space Pants before I left there.
Right, sure, lucky. As we discovered on this end, and he just kind of catches you back up on the situation that the general destination you guys were going to have to head to look for this next artifact also happens to be the same neck of the woods that your new dwarf companion here came from.
You would like to go back.
You came from Limbo?
No, here in the material plane. He pulls you back into the meeting room, and that map is still up.
You'll never believe what I was just at. It was amazing. And I'd start rambling about all the stuff.
Hey, no offense. We have a new friend.
Oh, hey there. But you should have seen all these things. And I still keep
Lucky,
going on.
Lucky. Stop. You can tell us later. I think we have other matters on hand.
So
Will, on the other hand, he's totally like, tell me more, tell me more.
Bites into an apple, enraptured by the story.
Exactly. Oh my god.
Sorry, I had an apple.
What's the problem here? What's going on?
Avarice pipes up from behind you. He seems to be having a problem with some dwarves attacking his dwarves.
Now, what you can't do all the time? You'll be doing all the fighting and stuff? Who's got the gold in the mountain?
Hey now, that's racist.
Is it true, though?
No!
Why was you fighting?
Isn't that the $1 million question?
He didn't seem to know.
So what's the problem then? He was fighting, now he's not fighting. And you're trying to not fight? Or you're trying to fight?
I'm worried about who I left behind. I'm gonna try and get a hold of Felix because he seems to be one in charge.
You don't know Felix.
Yeah, he's still just sitting there in the room with you. He's muttering to himself about finding another gift for the prince.
I'm gonna lean in to him and I'll be like, "How fast could you get me home?"
Unfortunately, Silver Point is the closest place on that world I can put you.
So, not exactly where I need to be.
I mean, given where you are right now, it's the best option as far as I can tell. I don't know of any teleportation circles in that area. I don't know much about that area, honestly. I mean, that's part of the reason I hired the rest of these people. Would you like to help me find an artifact?
What artifact?
Well, it's a whole series of artifacts, actually. It's a whole collection of regalia that we... Oh my goodness, you don't know anything about our order either. Or do you? Have you heard of the Grey Circle?
He's just gonna stare very blankly at him with his still like matted, bloodied hair and dirty maul, and holding a tablet very tightly to him.
While Felix is going on this diatribe of questions, the elderly gentleman comes back around the corner with a saucer with a small cup of tea that still has a bit of steam coming off of it. He hands it over to you, saying,
I do believe this may help you calm down just a little bit. I would suggest trying some.
I will take a healthy sip of it.
it's strange. You feel a sense of warmth, not from the temperature of the tea as you start to drink it. The flavor is incredibly reminiscent of something your mother used to brew in the chapel. But it's very kind of soul-warming.
I guess he'll let out a long, deep sigh, and he'll reach for like a chair and kind of fall back into it.
Okay. Felix is still talking about different details. You hear mention of interplanar order and collections of artifacts and maintaining societies or a watch over society and different dangerous tools. And as you're just kind of relaxing back in the chair, he points over to what looks like a wind chime almost that's just hanging against the wall. It looks something like... How do I do this? Wrong button. No. I just want to... Why can't I drag it? There we go. But it's 3 concentric rings. It has this interesting pattern on it that all have kind of weird map motifs built across them.
There's supposed to be an image I'm seeing right now.
I linked it in chat. In the Fantasy Grounds chat.
Ah, I see. Yes, I'm seeing that now.
And he starts to give you the rundown, but he pauses for a second as he's pointing it out. I work for an order that tries to track down magical artifacts in various places, but we don't belong to any one world. I'm not sure how familiar you are. Well, actually, you're tangibly familiar now with the concept of interplanar travel. But we exist in as many places as we can attempt to help society keep itself safe from all of the fun, dangerous things that society likes to create for itself. And these fine people, I track down through various means, all with unique skill sets and unique capabilities to try and help us recover a very powerful set of regalia, the Insurgents regalia, that, well, it's very ancient, and we used to have it in the archives, and now we don't.
Flint's gonna like do the thing where you like slump all the way into a chair. You're kind of just let your arms like dangle off the side, and be like, so
Will, shut up.
Need to like turn the mic away from my food.
I come home to a war. My I don't know where half my family is. My mother and father were in the chapel that we sought to protect. And just as it's getting the worst that it could possibly get, with dwarfs warping in out of thin air to try and kill my friends and family, I am myself warped 2 weeks travel from home, and what is I can only hope to be an instant. And now you're telling me I have to go fetch your artifacts that you lost.
Well, when you put it that way, that does seem rather asinine. Maybe we can change the order, and you check on home first, and then you'll be in the right place. I feel our meeting is quite serendipitous, given that no one's ever come through the door that way before.
How lucky for me. He'll get back up and he'll look at the tome or the slab he's carrying, and he'll give it a once over, and he'll be like, I should probably put this back where I got it from.
You hear the suit of armor in the background. Where's that?
Dungaram.
Is that your town?
That is my town.
Gotcha. I'm not very familiar with that neck of the woods.
He's gonna like look it over and be like, what are you familiar with?
I was going to continue to eat loudly and then ask if there are giants here like the ones he hasn't been able to see yet.
You have dealt with giants, or you've heard of people dealing with giants in the mountainous regions that you're from. He was genuinely asking. That would be a will question.
All right.
Somebody choking and dying?
Yeah.
Sorry, I choked on my apple.
Homie, you good? You need some water? You good, dude? Huh? You fine? You fine? Oh, you need something? Yes or no? Oh, okay. Then shut up.
Wow. These kids choking, you just tell them to shut up.
No, she's
If
sick.
you're gonna die, could you like do it somewhere else, please?
You're harshing my mellow, bro.
The elderly gentleman speaks up after clearing his throat and coughing 25 times. But you hear him say with kind of a gentle tone, but an interesting presence in the room when he speaks nonetheless.
If I might point out, sir, If you came from conflict and you're trying to get back there, it would be a much better idea to be, flush with numbers than trying to go on your own.
You're probably right. I suppose it couldn't hurt to do what you need to have done for now. It's not like there's anything I could do from where I'm at, anyway.
Avarice is gonna bring up, or he's gonna throw a question out there and just say,
Hey, Felix, is there a timetable on this thing?
not particularly, just as soon as you can find it.
Okay, so why don't we give him a hand first?
Will you still look for the next piece? He's kind of looking around at the crew.
I'd happily do it if you're willing to help me out.
I mean, we can help him out, and in return, he'll help us. I mean, I don't see what. It's like a win-win all around.
Well, that's excellent. Excellent. Just kind of jumping on the balls of his feet a little bit. Certainly. Well, we should still get you guys outfitted, right?
That would be nice. Yes, I could get out of these. He's gonna look at the blood-stained clothes that he's still in.
Oh, well, that's gonna need a bath. I don't have a set of clothes that would fit you.
Fair enough.
But come, we should still send you all to the... well, I should try that again before I say anything else. He quickly leaves the room. Goes back to the door he was trying to use in the first place. The coin is still in the socket for some reason. It hasn't even fallen out. So he kind of has to struggle to pry it out. The hole shrank a little bit for some reason. Looks at it, blows it off like a Nintendo cartridge. Slots it back in place, gives it a quarter turn, and you hear this dull of energy. And you there's a light blue just kind of flash around the edge of this doorway. Well, that seems normal. And he kind of tentatively reaches out and touches the door, and it kind of opens a little bit, and he looks through the crack. Oh, yes, that's much better, much better. He calls down the hall. Should be safe now!
I guess I'll go after him. I'll put the teacup somewhere on the table.
You see the elderly gentleman come over and collect it. As he does, he turns and he extends a white gloved hand.
Durandal P. Havisham, proprietor.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Haversham.
I believe I caught Flint, was it?
No.
That is...
I don't think you told anybody your name, did you?
No.
Never mind. I'm going to retcon that. He didn't say that yet.
I was like, whoa, how did you
you're
know?
just bloody dwarf. No, I'm sorry, guys. He's not psychic. Yet.
Yet.
What? Nope, didn't say that. I'm eating an apple.
I'll hurry off.
It's like you're
after
morphing into
Felix.
Will.
He's just kind of shaking your hand expectantly.
Tell him the name's Flint. Flint Wintermite.
Sorry, I'm experiencing audio problems again.
Could you ask it to not do that?
Yeah, come on, Discord.
Discord, stop being a bitch.
Did he say his name?
Yes.
What?
So-
No. Okay. Well,
A pleasure.
and lets you go.
Excellent. Excellent.
Do we have like spirit Nick, or do we have like can actually play Nick?
No, this is Nick in a car. Hi.
Oh my god! It sounds like you're a mile away.
Hello. My name is Hashem.
It was 1930s.
No, just Will has a cold right now. He can't speak up. Too many apples.
Did you see my text?
He's now in the other dimension, and that hole's still open, and he's yelling through the hole.
He like crawled through just to check it out.
Wait, what that was? Is it the apple dimension at least?
No, unfortunately.
If you focus hard enough.
Yeah, if you think about it hard enough.
You know the shooting stars meme?
Yes.
That's what happened to me.
Okay. Down, 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 down. So I can participate verbally, or I could just listen.
This is great.
Jesus.
He was
It's
shrunk
okay.
down, and we're carrying him in a tin can.
That's exactly what it sounds like. Oh my god, that's perfect. We got
With a
Will in a
tiny
can.
Yeah, tiny Will in a tin can of Folgers.
So, if you guys are all following behind Felix, as he pushes the door open, you're looking into a maybe 15-foot wide hallway that heads off to the left and right. You see like 2 steps down onto the main thoroughfare, and a ceiling that kind of disappears up past your view unless you walk through. But it's a very high vaulted hallway ceiling. Think Hogwarts without the UK. And there's a couple people milling back and forth in the hall, all wearing similar kind of grayish robes to what you saw on Felix when you crashed in, Flint. They have some of them that are walking away have a similar kind of white, Target brand design on the back of their robe, but they'll have like different symbols in the center. And Felix kind of turns back to you all, and he's like, "I'll need to go handle some paperwork really quick, but you're welcome to come through. Welcome to the General Archives of the Grey Circle."
Well then.
Are we gonna get like sorted into houses or some shit?
No.
Bummer.
But you see, Felix kind of gives you a like a wait here, like one finger, not the middle one, really quick, and he just kind of hustles on down the hallway and pops in another door.
Hmm.
So, I mean, I guess since we're gonna be working together, we should probably introduce ourselves. I'm Tony, group cleric. Kind of look towards everyone else, like, hello.
Yeah, we know who you are.
Oh wow, thanks. Why don't
Avarice.
you introduce yourself to our new companion?
Avarice raises a gauntleted hand, and since you didn't know what his name was, Avarice Firebrand. Yeah, Metallurge. Casting some spells, writing some runes, forging. And the you see he's got like a scabbard on his hip, and the blade kind of wiggles in the scabbard, and you hear,
Oh god, I forgot about him.
"Oh Tim, talk to me too."
I forgot about
He,
that
he, kinda,
bastard.
he puts his hand on the hilt and just kind of holds it in place. You'll meet him later.
Excellent.
The little gnome just smiles real big, gives you the finger guns, and like, name's Devin, but you can call me Lucky.
I thought you were a halfling.
Or, did I say gnome? Yeah, I'm
You
a
did.
halfling. It's been too damn long. I'm a halfling, yes.
He dispels the illusion.
Not really a gnome, I'm a different short
Got him!
I was secretly a kobold the whole time.
Oh my god, I have to smash it.
3 rats in a trench coat.
I'll wave at everyone and I'll be like, well, I've crashed the party, I guess.
Oh, wait, hold on. Will has to introduce himself too. He says, "Hi, my name is Will. Do you want an apple?"
Wait a minute, Will's here, unless he crashed his car.
No, I know, but
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just...
that's it. That's exactly what Will would do. I'd put a hand out to shake it, and I'd offer him an apple.
I've already been eating very loudly in front of us and asking about giants.
No, that was last time.
Oh, you were doing it today too.
Yeah, that was this time too.
Okay.
I will decline said apple, and I'll shake his hand and I'll introduce myself to everybody as the name's Flint. Flint Wintermite.
Cool.
And, I'm sure we'll have a great time saving my homeland from civil war.
Captain America?
Shut up.
Yes.
So right about as this all wraps up, Felix comes back down the hall towards you. Kind of rubs his hands together in like a happy fashion. All right, it's all been set up. I've got someone coming that should be able to assist you in finding the quartermaster and getting everything settled, and then we can send you on your way and take care of all of these wonderful problems, and everyone can have a great time. Yes.
Yes, I would much enjoy getting back to my homeland. You know.
Perfect. And yes, while you're all up there, if you do happen to track down any teleportation circles, that would definitely help our cause. In general, getting around easier is always a good thing. Otherwise, we have to, someone has to come along who can cast the fly spell or any number of things, and it gets very draining. And
you wouldn't happen to have
Anyway.
any books on that, would you?
on the spell itself, we have quite a collection.
I'll take what you can spare.
How well trained in the arcane arts are you?
I just like to read.
Oh. Okay, I'll let Havisham know when you come back through. He'll have something for you.
Excellent.
Great.
Might
Your
as
help
well
should be
make
here.
Make myself useful while I can.
Your help should be here momentarily.
To go through his library and buy some stuff.
Cool. So he kind of shuffles between you and goes back through he goes up the couple stairs back through where you can still see is on the other side of the door is the bookstore. And then you see a little thumbs up stick out from the side of the doorway, and then he closes it, and the same kind of blue light flashes around the door and dims. As you look to the right of the door you just stepped out of, there's just a little name placard that says, Felix Astrocord, Oculist. And as you look around some of the other doors in the same hallway, there's other name placards with a similar title. It looks like you found his department. But another moment passes, and a pair of slightly heavier feet you hear start jogging up in a sense of haste. You guys turn to see a somewhat familiar face for most of you, but dark-haired, kind of page boy cut in similar gray robes, kind of slight frame, glasses on his face. Raises up a hand. Hey, everybody! It's your old friend Marcus.
Who?
That's what I was like. Who?
Your first friend Marcus.
Who?
My friend.
Gonna look around and be like, who is this dweeb?
Actually, I don't
Will
remember the
Marcus an
character.
apple.
You helped him
Oh,
break
is this
out from the
dude
goblin
with-
cave.
He fell in love with the herbalist chick. Okay.
It's all coming together.
Nope.
Wow, it's so weird. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in like a year, but I think it was only like a week ago.
Oof.
Yeah, it feels like it's been since like April.
Well, you guys hadn't seen him in forever because that was Arc Zero.
Oh yeah, so it has been over a year.
Anyway, when I heard Felix needed some help, I was back here helping catalog some stuff, and I just jumped at the chance. I was like, yes, I can finally pay them back for something. That would be excellent. So he kind of gave me the rundown. I've got this script that I need to deliver to the quartermaster for you guys, but then we can help you get some stuff to keep helping Mr. Astrocord there get his whatever he's looking for. Right?
That's the new guy, right?
I'm sorry.
No,
what was-
Astrocord is Felix's last name.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna try to find his artifacts he keeps losing.
Oh my goodness. Well, at least I didn't take this one. Great. So this way, and he turns around and heads down the hall. He's not even waiting for you guys. He just goes.
Air quotes when I said losing.
Huh.
So he just kind of starts walking.
Guess we'll follow. I'll follow.
So as he's walking, he's kind of giving you guys a little bit of a tour, pointing out. So this is the wing where most of the high-ranking oculists keep their offices. Only about half of them actually use the space. The rest of them like to use some of the port keys just to give themselves some options. Up here, and you guys kind of make a right turn. The hallway. There's other people passing by. Some are holding like weird looking glass jars with stuff floating in them that looks like it might be part of an animal. You can't quite tell. Others are just like there's two guys like holding either end of like a 15-foot wooden pole that just has some weird like God, what are the words I'm looking for? Some weird script scrawled like along the entirety of it. You can see like some of the doors you pass just have like rows and rows of boxes inside. Are you familiar with Garrett? Are you familiar with Warehouse 13?
No.
Okay, never mind then. No, it was just the metaphor is not going to work. So anyway, a bunch of people milling around, carrying this and that. Some of it looks like super magical. Some of it looks incredibly mundane and doesn't make sense as to why somebody would like just be toting around like a bushel of hay in this place. But you turn to the left down this hallway, and as he keeps going, he says, "And these are some of the analysts' rooms. So anything we bring back that we don't quite understand, we put them in this one or that one." And people, I spent like 4 years working as an analyst before I finally got to go out into the field. That was pretty interesting. Cataloged a lot of boring stuff. People try to pass off magical items all the time, and it turns out they're just mundane crap. Anyway. and as you're walking, you can see inside the rooms. There's like alchemist tables. There's all kinds of some rooms look like they have a bunch of like cartography equipment, astrolabes, and things. There are objects set up on like a central table, and then like study desks around the sides. And folks are checking out different artifacts, objects, shapes. One looks like he's just looking at a ball of light. But then you come out into a kind of grand central room, circular, probably 100 feet end to end. And that same gray circle icon is actually etched into the floor of the central space. And he just points out, and this is the hub. You've probably seen that in a couple places, as he's pointing to the floor. So we're going to take a right here and head down to the kind of the mundane wing. A lot of this stuff we end up selling to people to keep funding research and different things. Some get loaned out. We've got a whole like a high-ranking council that meets with different people from various worlds and helps them figure out how we can help, or if they need us to help, and what they're going to pay us, or how that deal. I'm not a politician. Anyway, this way, and just kind of takes off to the right and leads you guys through another couple hallways. You find another door, and like directly on the other side of the door, it's like maybe 5 feet up. There's just a desk sitting there with an open window and then more wall. So there's a door to the right that's closed, and then just this reception desk. There's a dark-haired gal sitting there, looks pretty bored, kind of shoulder length hair, gray eyes. Looks up. Oh no, not again. What you want this time, Marcus? Oh, no, I know your name. I swear I do, if my notes would come up. Okay, good. My battery hasn't died entirely. I gotta plug this in. Dang. Sorry, guys. One sec.
Oh, don't worry. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, neither am I. I'm still in a car.
Don't sound too
Actually, I
excited.
hope you are going somewhere.
I know, he's just in the parking lot.
No, I'm currently in line at I'm in the line at McDonald's.
Oh, yuck.
Nice.
Yeah, that's gross.
I'd-
I hate McDonald's.
I'd like a big number 3, and I want to use my bonus action.
I'd like to use my bonus action to shotgun the French fries.
Yeah. Anyway, back from my reverie there as I found my notes. Like, oh, don't worry. This time, Cresta, I got sent from Felix himself. He's got the paperwork in hand, and it's not for me. I promise it's not for me. He kind of places the piece of paper on her counter and puts his hands up. It's for these fine folk. Maybe you can help them? She just kind of leans around him a bit and gives you guys all a slow stare. Looks down at the paper.
Hey, I don't think we've met before, have we?
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, right.
And what is she? What is she? A human or what?
Yeah, she's a human. You'd guess in her 30s.
Well, they keep pretty
Okay.
girls like you down here for. They should have you running the place. I just wink at her.
Roll me a deception. No. Roll me a charisma check.
That was
Check.
charismatic as fuck. What are you talking about?
Not really.
Give her an apple.
Oh my god.
She just kind of gives you a deadpan look. Most of the time, it's to make sure the wrong people don't get this kind of stuff.
I turn and look at the what's his face.
Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus. I just kind of look up at him, and then look at her and smile.
Yeah, so great. You guys have fun. I'm gonna go bye. he just kind of shuffles sideways out the door around you guys.
She needs to lighten up a little bit. Have some fun. We should go out sometime.
That sounds like it would be lovely. Anyway, according to this paperwork, I'm supposed to open up the tier 1 artifacts, try and find you guys something to help you out. Looks like you've got access to spell scrolls, to some of our artifacts, our weapon collection. We got potions if you need them, but everyone gets one pick. I got a couple things I can think of. They're right around the corner here. Hold on. So she kind of wheels back in a chair. You see her disappear around the corner. Everything behind her desk, now that she's not right in the window there, you just see like all kinds of filing cabinet looking drawers. Just like the walls are made up of cabinetry. And then the hallway behind her just kind of continues around the corner. But she comes back after a second. She's got what looked like a pair of bracers, a small pearl, a set of shoes, this weird fan, and some other things are just kind of jingling in this tray. She just sets it down on the desk. So anyway, we got most of your slightly magical weapons if you're more of a fighter. And then some of these things. These, I'm just going to skip some of the details here. She's got a Pearl of Power. She's got Slippers of Spider Climbing. She's got a Wind Fan. She's got a pair of bracers that give you +1 AC, and once per short rest, you can use a bonus action to give yourself advantage on your next attack.
I want those.
And then she holds up this keychain. And as you look at it, there are 4 keys on it, but they look like they're actually fashioned from like a really long finger bone, and all 4 of them look identical. She says, so this one's going to open up pretty much anything, and each one only works once. And if you don't like any of this, I'm sure I can find some other stuff. You just got to tell me what you're looking for.
Lucky just starts thinking.
So, putting everything out on the table, since you guys are basically here to equip something that you think you might want. There's the specific artifacts I listed. I can more or less pull from anything that's an uncommon magical item, with some restrictions. But you've also got access to potions, spell scrolls. She'll basically cut you a deal, Lucky, where if you're looking at like level 1 spells, she can get you up to 3. Level 2 or 3 spells, she's going to keep it to 1 apiece, or 1 if that's your choice.
Okay.
But she can get you the scroll for anything.
Trying to look, see what you said uncommon items?
I think I said that right. Let me look, double check. Yeah, so that's like most of your +1 weapons, scrolls of just about everything. Tony, you said you, so the bracers that she pulled out, they add to your armor class by 1, but then they give you the ability to grant yourself an actual melee attack advantage.
No.
So there were those bracers, some shoes.
So the shoes are Slippers of Spider Climbing.
Okay.
The Pearl of Power lets you can use it, I think, once per day to give yourself back a spell slot.
Yeah.
Up to level 3. The fan that she's got in the box, she holds up. I actually really like playing with this one, but if you think it'd be useful, you can take it too. She wheels back to the kind of as far away from the desk as she can, and you see her kind of extended in front of her, and this like massive blast of air just comes like flying at all of you. I'm actually going to
Do gust of wind like once a day or something.
Yep. Oh no. Lucky and Avarice both get like shoved back through the doorway entirely.
Nice. Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. She puts it back in the box. So, like, I've not really got anywhere else to be, but let me know if you're thinking of something.
Do we have a bag of holding in the group?
No. You do not.
That would be highly beneficial.
I could take it because I need something to hold this very valuable slab.
Hey, what is that slab, by the way?
It's mine. You can't have it.
I don't want it. I was just wondering. You've been holding it for like the longest time, and we just kind of never addressed it. And it's kind of just an elephant in the room. And I was just curious. Calm down.
I think it's an elephant in the room for a thief. What I meant to say was...
Avarice is going to cut you off. She's actually really bad at stealthing around and thieving things, so don't worry about that.
Oh, excellent. So I'll know if you take it. This was the artifact in my church that we were trying to protect, and when I touched it, it kind of threw me into the hallway and knocked your friend into that apple dimension.
Cool. Great. Just don't need to talk about it again.
It's very important to me. And, you know, most of the people that participated in the church going there.
So I'm going to follow up with Az on what he might want to get out of this, so I'm just going to leave that one out. Nick, if there's something you're looking for, you got to speak up. Otherwise, I'll check with you later. You still waiting on that number 3?
Is it possible for me to get a sweet bag?
Storage? Wait, no, that's Avarice. Right, let me go look. Yeah, hold on. Don't take any of the stuff on the desk. I'll be right back.
Quick,
She never actually gets out of her chair. She just wheels it back around the corner again.
Quick, super good thief. Move into action.
She pulls open different... Or you hear more, like, cabinets. Oh, not that one. And she wheels back. Hey, I got this, yeah, this one will hold a bit.
So I did get the gauntlet, right? I can put it on the...
Do you actually want that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I can...
Huh?
What are you getting?
The gauntlet?
She's taken the bracers that grant 1 AC and a bonus action once per day to grant yourself advantage.
That's cool.
I have to actually create that one in Fantasy Grounds for you, but I'm making a note that you have that. At least I don't think I've created it yet. I made these notes a long time ago. Let me check. No, I don't want an alchemy jug. Although, if you want an alchemy jug,
Testing. Can you hear me?
Hey, what's up?
No.
No.
Howdy.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, I haven't made them yet, Tony, but I'll
It's
add them
fine.
in.
No rush.
So, if no one contests his request, Flint got himself one bag of holding.
Oh, you can hold so many apples.
Oh God.
Find your own apple bag.
Listen, I thought we were all friends here. Jesus.
You don't even know me.
Who are
Yeah,
you?
you're-
You've
you're
been
right,
here
I
this
know.
whole time.
Yeah, sorry. I was just doing a lot of thinking, and wow. it
Thinking
really
about
takes-
that number 3, huh?
Yeah, it just takes a lot of brain power.
Nick, Garrett, Nick.
Hi, Garrett.
Hello, Nick.
He's in St. Louis, which is in Missouri.
Yeah. In case you didn't know where St. Louis was for some fucking reason.
Yeah, it's like fuck. It's like whenever they fucking put in a movie like Paris, France. It's like
As
no,
opposed to
fucking-
Paris, Kansas.
Yeah, fucking Paris, Australia. You dumb fuck.
So, Nick, are you generally caught up on what we're doing here?
Excuse fucking
I mean,
me.
I could use a little rundown
Fuck
real quick.
off, Garrett.
Well, first of all, that's rude.
Second of all, you're calling me out over here.
Yeah, because you're trying to steal my slab.
What goddamn slab? I was just fucking curious.
Oh yeah, hey, where do I look?
Shifty-eyed little monster.
Where do I look for all this shit? What am I looking for?
But
With your eyes. Boom, got him.
I have the power to create and the power to destroy. This server exists by my whim alone.
but
Well,
you're
then
not
your
that
eyes
in
should
this
work just
server.
fine. Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness. The welcome committee came in force.
So many cool things on it. I'd take the Pearl of Power.
Okay.
Seriously,
Um,
where's this
I was
stuff?
going to ask for a removable
Where do I go?
rod, but damn it. That Pearl of Power is useful.
Is there somewhere that I can see all this shit?
So I listed it for the people that were actually here.
Dang, get wrecked.
So
Did you put it in the party sheet?
I can. Give me a second. That was awesome. Let me pull that back up. Manipulating fantasy grounds. It's the best time.
Manipulate me.
I already did. Where do you think the
Can
tablet came
identify
from?
it, please?
Oh my god.
Thank you.
So, well, Lucky's already claimed that one. Will, some of the artifacts she had initially pulled out. You guys are in the Gray Circle archives, by the way. You're actually with the quartermaster that controls some of the more mundane artifacts, and Felix pulled some strings so that all of you guys could come grab one thing for the next leg of the adventure.
Oh, cool.
So some of the things she pulled out, you basically have access to all like your +1 weapons. They've got stocks here that they like usually sell in various places to try and fund more research and keep the order going, things like that. All your +1 weapons, any of the uncommon artifacts for the most part, she'll have to check if they have one. But just if you're looking for something to search through. But some of the specific things she pulled out included a keychain that had 4 like keys actually made from long finger bone that will open any lock, but they're a one-time use key. So you basically get 4 free unlocks.
Okay.
Another thing was bracers, but I'm not going to go into that because Tony already took it. There's the slippers of spider climbing that if you're wearing them and attuned to them, they give you spider climbing, like walking on walls and stuff.
Oh, fuck yeah. Did somebody take that yet?
Not yet.
Okay, hang on. I want to hear what else there is to offer first, but I'm really liking the sound of that.
Then she looks down at like the pile of papers that were kind of to the right of her desk, and you see her recall something. Because that's what it looks like on somebody's face when they remember something, right? It's just like a light goes off. Anyway, you just see her kind of distracted to the pile of papers for a second, and then she goes, "Oh right, they were out back," and wheels back around the corner again. You hear a set of keys come out, and a larger door is opened up, and then she comes back, and she's got a pair of pendants. One's kind of emerald color, and the other one's aquamarine. And so, actually, those are really close in color. Anyway, she has the green one in her left hand. She says, "Right, so this one's going to make sure if you're more of a fighter type that you get some true damage out of your weapon. And this one, in her right hand, if you're more of a spell slinging type, is going to make sure your spells hit just a little bit harder." Effectively, if you're attuned to either of these items, either your melee attacks or your spell damage, you reroll ones on your damage.
Huh. I don't know, guys. Spider climbing sounds pretty fucking cool.
Listen, I'm not going to tell you how to play your character. If you make the wrong decision, I'm not going to kiss you.
You said you're not gonna kiss him?
Yes.
But the wrong decision
Hey, he
is
just met us, and that sounds crazy.
Uncool. Is the uncool decision.
But here's his number. Maybe.
Shut up.
Wow.
Wow.
I like how we've gotten into the thing of just like reciting these songs.
Yeah, who fucking started it? You fucking
Shatnerized?
hack. So what exactly is spider climbing?
It's a you
It's
climb like a
very
spider.
hard because of the name of the item. You wouldn't think what it
Okay. Do I have to like
know-
roll something to successfully use it?
You know, I'm not.
While you wear
sure
these
how-
light shoes, you can move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving your hands free. You have a climbing speed equal to your walking speed. However, the slippers don't allow you to move this way on a slippery surface, such as one covered by ice or oil. They require attunement. Are you currently attuned to boots?
I don't think so. What do I have that I am attuned to? I have my Cloak of Elvenkind.
But no, wow, your inventory is such a mess.
Yeah, it is. Well,
Oh god, why did I look in here? Where did you get that?
Where did I get
I
what?
don't want to know about that one. Nope.
What?
Yeah, no, you're fine. You don't have you're not attuned to anything on your feet.
No, I have some delicious fishes.
Except your sweet dance moves.
They're probably not good anymore, though. I'm gonna get rid of them.
It's been a couple months.
It's only been a couple of days.
Did I get it? Why do I have aquamarine? What is this for?
That was your pay
Oh shit!
for bringing back the last artifact. That's 2,000 gold worth of gems.
Oh, cool. So he can give us gems, but not gold.
Yes.
What kind of fucking organization is he running here?
Well, 2,000 gold coins weighs a fuck ton, so he gave you some pretty rocks.
Yeah, give me a credit
be-
card.
Yeah, be grateful. You ignorant slipper wearing bitch.
Oh. All right,
It's like we have two Nicks or something.
that hurt.
So this is going to go one of two ways. They're either going to become best friends or they're going to hate each other.
One of us. One of us. One of me.
Okay, here's the real test.
I take the shoes.
Is he going to be a partner to Chad?
Oh no!
Oh yeah, I don't know who Flint is. I didn't
Don't worry
get
about
to
it.
hear Flint's introduction. What does Flint do?
I crashed into the hallway while y'all were trying to just stand in it like assholes. All right, there you go. That's who I am now.
But who did you crash into? Was it me?
Lucky.
I'm
No,
sorry.
it was Lucky.
Oh, okay.
And that's when
Lucky
I
is
went
sorry.
on my
I put
shooting
Lucky in
stars.
the Apple dimension because he was standing in the hallway like an asshole.
See, Lucky, that's what I told you. You gotta fucking eat an apple a day. Keeps you out of the apple dimension.
Oh, you would love it though. It was awesome.
Actually, it was more like the chair dimension for him. But
Touched
you're
a
gonna
rock, it turned to water. I could drink it.
Shooting Stars started playing.
So where do I see this boot of spider walking? Where is that?
It's in your ass.
Ah, there it is. Slippers of spider climbing. Yes.
Here, we still
So,
a couple
are we gonna have
potions
enough
in there, too.
time? We do. Are we gonna have enough time? I think I'm carrying those potions technically.
Put them in your backpack then.
Yeah, I think I was.
AFK just said.
Cool. So, are we gonna have some? Are we gonna be able to like attune to this like now, or like what's the plan here? Are we just quick in and out back to work?
Attunement is a short rest, I want to say,
Yeah,
of focus.
I thought it was less than that. Wasn't it like an hour or some shit?
Anybody want to correct me on that? So this, of course, this is exactly when Brad goes AFK.
It's okay. Attunement 5e.
Or maybe if Az was here, he'd be like, "This is what you do."
I'm just gonna
Wow.
say
I
that unless
Googled
something
fucking-
happens right now, you guys are gonna have enough time to attune to these things.
Okay, hang on. How long? I googled fucking attunement and it doesn't fucking tell me. How long to attune?
How to tune your...
Okay, ba-ba-da-ba.
I'm back.
Well, thank God.
Hey, Brad,
Yeah,
how long does it take to attune to something?
Over a short rest.
Okay,
So an hour.
cool. Oh shit, I said an hour. I just didn't say short rest. I'm dumb.
We also need to put our newbie in the party sheet, and nobody's in the combat tracker.
Well, yeah, there's no combat. No, he hadn't met the party yet. I was trying to keep it legit.
We didn't start the party.
I can do this. Wait, no, I can't. Wrong window. Close that. Do that. Oh my god, we got a party of 5.
Welcome, Flint, Michigan. Don't drink
How's
his
the
water.
leaded? Aw, man. You beat me to it.
Ah, you guys are evil. Where's the... Okay, which button then? It's main... No, it's not. Is there a button to throw you guys all on the tracker again?
The PC sheet, the party sheet, PCs.
Yeah.
Yeah, drag them from there into the combat tracker.
What?
I can't grab somebody. Like, if I try to grab a person,
Not
I pull the whole party sheet.
The PCs. The
Oh,
PC.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, drag out of there and put in the combat tracker.
Don't put me in the combat tracker.
Oh, you're in the combat tracker.
Oh no!
Now we can target his ass.
I thought there was just a button you could do it with. Isn't there in the
There's
party
a-
sheet?
So there's a
That's
button on
that's gonna be
encounters.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's not you guys. That's the bad guys. Or the neutral guys.
Oh fuck! I forgot about Tim.
This is the
Six
reaction everybody else had, too.
Some that call me Tim.
Timothy.
Okay, so let's see. Will took those. Yeah, I think all that's left is for Avarice to pick something, so we'll figure that out later.
Oh, what'd everyone else get? What'd you get, Tony?
Huh?
Wait, I'd like to. Is there a wall that I can walk on right now? I want to walk on a wall. I want
You need to
test
spend
it.
an hour attuning to them. You know what? There's a
Okay.
wall. There's a wall to your right. Give it a shot.
I'd
Give
like
it a
to.
shot.
I'd like to attune to it for exactly 1 hour and then walk on a wall.
Damn
What
it,
if
I
we
had to open
didn't
my
tell
mouth.
him he needed to be attuned to it? What if he was like, here,
Exactly.
put him on?
I spoke too soon. Sure, roll me a dex check. Darn gravity. Okay, so everyone's got their items plus the one that Avarice picks that no one really pays attention to.
You didn't see anything.
He just like pulls the entire tray of items and shoves it in between the pieces of armor. Yeah, they're kind of magically suspended around him, so there are weird gaps. It's like you're looking at an animated construct, but there's a dude in the middle, almost kind of Iron Manning the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can see he's mostly built dwarf.
Cutting out there, Chief.
It's interesting. So everybody's got their stuff.
I didn't get my stuff.
I still gotta make it.
Okay.
So how do I
that's
add
fine.
it first? Just trying to figure that out.
What was that?
How do I add it or into my?
I need to put the item in the party sheet, but I mean that one's not really going to have any specific effects on you, as compared to some of the other stuff.
I mean, that's true.
But just for completeness sake, bag. It's bag. That's it. Bag of beans. Got it. No.
Nice. That's exactly what I asked for. If I get anything else, I'm going to be very upset.
I mean, a bag of beans is uncommon, to be fair.
He's gonna open it. It's gonna be a bag of dicks.
Christ, it's true.
Awesome. So yeah, that's in the party sheet. If you want to drag that to your personal inventory, you can. However you guys want to figure that out.
Party sheet. Where's that?
It's the crowd-looking group next to the eye in the top right of Fantasy Grounds.
If everybody quiet, he can hear the where the party's at.
Yes, that's how I locate my parties. So where do I drag it in my sheet?
If you can just drag it to your player character's inventory tab, and it should give it to you, I believe.
And bam.
That's a bag.
And open.
That is a large sack.
You can. Flint kind of shoves his whole arm into this bag that's only like about a basketball size. Pulls it back out. Hey.
I'll put my slab in there.
Cool.
That way somebody stops asking me questions about my slab.
Does that wait? Yeah, no attunement necessary.
Every time you say
It just
that,
works.
I keep picturing Bryg standing there from Borderlands. Hey, Slab.
What's up, slab?
I thought you were gonna say the Courage the Cowardly Dog episode, the Return,
Return the slab.
Should give me fucking nightmares.
That one was particularly effective. So, God, Cresta gives you guys like a nonchalant salute, kind of nod. Right, knock 'em dead. Have fun. See you later. She looks down
Bye.
at Lucky. She looks down at Lucky.
Have a good one.
Tiger.
I'll wink and give her the finger guns.
I'll be like, enjoy your fan.
She got 2 fans now.
That was bad.
Okay, you guys are all set. You want to head back the way you came? Get things rocking?
Yes.
I suppose. I
Okay.
don't know if I want any of these goobers out here investigating my slab, but I would like
No
to
one
make
wants
sure
to
that
look at the
it's.
slab in your bag, okay?
I would like to make sure that if I touch it again, it's not going to send me flying through more rifts.
Sure. You reach into the bag, kind of concentrating on the item that you're looking for. You pull it back out. It seems mundane enough.
Is that slab also tied part of an extra dimensional space itself?
No,
Ah, damn.
Damn.
Hang on.
he didn't.
What's
He
this
didn't just
about a slab?
completely destroy the party.
What's going on with this slab?
We don't know.
I-
He's paranoid.
yeah,
He showed up with it clutched to his chest when he crashed through the portal.
yeah. When I touched it, I went flying.
Wait, he
2
didn't
weeks.
come through a door like the rest of us?
No.
Doors, idiot.
I mean, it kind of happened at a door.
Yeah, no, I definitely.
No,
I
yeah,
I grabbed the slab when I was under attack by lots of other dwarves, and it rocketed me 2 weeks away from home.
Like, when he says 2 weeks, he means, like, it's a 2 weeks worth of travel.
Or does he
Oh, right,
mean
Nick,
from
you
the
were
past?
missing for this first part.
Yeah. Where the fuck is his home?
Okay, so
Where are we?
you missed a couple key
Where
elements
are we?
here.
I thought we
Right
were like
now-
in Haversham's back room. What the hell?
You
We are.
went. The joys of portals. You went from Haversham's through. So the side room that you're used to hanging out in before and after missions was in front of kind of the back area of the store. You were led through to the back area, and there's either a staircase that goes up, or there was another door on the right. And that when you guys were getting ready to go through that one, is when Felix's like port key shorted out, and your new guest came crashing through a bizarre kind of tear in space right in front of the door.
What?
Crashing through that, he collided with. Well, didn't cause any damage. Lucky was like a
Quite agile.
You good?
yes, quite nimble, but still got kind of bamfed out of your current plane of existence for a little while. And then Felix brought down a little artifact that helped make that bridge that connection back and get Lucky back onto this side of the wonderful world of LSD. And then when Flint mentioned that he was from the province of Grimspire, that sent Felix up to research something. And as luck would have it, he shows you guys kind of an illusory map of where he was detecting the next artifact, and it's in the continent to the north of your home stomping grounds, Will. So your exit point is going to be down in the town of Silver Point. That's where they have... I don't want to read that yet. That's where his doorway is, in that area, or that neck of the woods. There's kind of a general area of the majority of the northern continent that is where he's kind of picking up on the signal of this next artifact. And the northernmost province in this area, known as Grimspire, is at the top of this map that he was showing you guys. So the deal that you guys were basically cutting was, since there isn't a specific timetable on getting these artifacts back to Felix other than as soon as you can, you guys would kind of figure out what the heck's going on back in Flint's neck of the woods, see if you can help him get back there and help out people who might be in trouble. And quid pro quo, he's going to then help you guys find the next artifact.
Oh, that's cool. So, to be clear, Flint and I are from the same plane of existence?
You're from the same planet, yes.
Okay. But everyone else is still from their own planet.
Well, Mimi and... or I'm sorry, Tony and Lucky are both from Telos, the Forgotten Realms plane.
Okay.
And you and Az surmised you were from the same planet, but basically on different ends of the Earth.
Okay, so as myself and now Flint are all from the same planet.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Which I guess if you're keeping track or making notes, it's called Orthala.
Orthala. Spell that for me, please.
Orthala.
Okay, exactly how I thought it was. Perfect. Fucking put
So
it
yeah, you would have recognized the map as he kind of displayed it to you guys. And also, if you're curious, this is on the floor of the. God damn it! I can never drag these things into the right place. That's the icon that you guys keep seeing on the gray circle robes, the doorway to Haversham's, and there's a massive version of it etched into the floor of the archives in the central hall.
Oh, shit. Have we had a chance to talk about why there's so many little houses on it?
It's maps.
I know.
They're maps.
Cool.
Dude, that one's
But
mine.
why? But why?
Because they're gonna take over all of the houses. They're gonna crash the housing market, and then they're gonna buy them dirt cheap. It's all economics, man.
But no one's ever asked about any of the iconography of these guys. You guys have just been like, that's cool, let's go. So,
Okay.
that's on you. Oh, God. I need to not catch up on Slack or Discord while I'm
Sorry.
trying to do this.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, basically. Sure, you can share that with your stream.
Yeah, I wish I could. I haven't set it up for shit like that where I can bounce back and forth. I'm like, not worth it.
Okay, so you guys are all headed back towards Haversham's. The other part of the lead-in that I think you were getting out of the car at some point, Nick, when you guys figured out what was, or you got Lucky back, Felix then tried the door again. It worked this time. You basically came out into what is like the senior researcher wing of the archives. He's tied his like office door to Haversham's place instead of using the actual room there. But you went through like the oculist offices or research chambers. Then you walked through kind of like just a general collection of round analysis rooms where people are tinkering with different artifacts, trying to learn about them, figure out what's going on with them, all that stuff. And then you came out into the general, the central hall, and got down to the item archives. So that's everything you walked through.
Cool. Cool. I'm all caught up now.
Okay, so you guys are making your way back. Marcus is nowhere to be seen. Oh yeah, the guy you guys saved back when we first started this game. He was here in the halls to kind of guide you down to the quartermaster, so you got to see him again.
Yeah, I tried to give him an apple, and like an asshole, he just said no.
No, you tried to give Flint an apple.
No, I said give Marcus an apple.
Oh right, you give everybody an apple. I forgot.
Ah.
How many of those do you have left?
Well, if he accepted it, then I'm at 11. Did anyone take an apple? When
I don't think
offered?
anyone. I don't think anyone's taken an apple from.
I
me.
eat my own apple. Now I'm at 11.
You
Wow,
sicko.
that sounds so realistic.
You pervert.
Listen, I offered.
Man, you're flexible.
Tony, would you like an apple?
No.
We just ate. As you guys are heading back through the analysis wing, heading towards Haversham's, you hear a brief scream and a heavy crashing sound come from a door forward and to your left. The doors kind of burst open, and one of the analysts just kind of comes scrambling out. He's got like blood streaking down the right side of his face, and God, I gotta find the right word for this. I'm just trying to make sure I ruin all immediate suspense. So, no worries. So he's just scrambling out on his feet, or down on, or trying to get back up onto his feet as he's scrambling out, gasping. And you just hear, "Get the Judicos! Get the Judicos! It's ambulatory."
Get the what?
The Judicars.
Judicars.
The
Guards. Warriors.
I mean, I know what they are. I literally just sounded like get the woo.
Yep.
Yeah, Will doesn't know what that is. Will's been eating an apple.
Where's
Need an apple, buddy?
You know what? Will, you do remember that term because it's what it was 40's role. It's the members of the circle that are more of the guards, the hired muscle.
The militant.
Ah, fuck. Is it appropriate to draw my swords and peek through the door?
It's appropriate to do whatever Will's going to do because propriety is not his strong suit.
Yeah, Will takes out both his swords and peeks through the door.
Okay, most of the other people in the hall have similarly scattered because they were. This is like the research wing. You see. Wait a minute. Oh, right. It's a skill. It's not a. Okay, never mind. Nobody sees that. You walk up to the door.
I'd like to clarify that I do have my cloak of elven kind. Just FYI.
You would.
As you come up to the door and look in, there's one researcher kind of cowering behind a set of boxes off to the right in the back of the room. The room is a large circular chamber. There's all kinds of tools. Some of them have been knocked over, but there's like an alchemy table in the back. There's like two sets of somewhat matching study desks on the right and the left. In the center of the room, there's a big like metal table about waist high that. As you had passed some of the other rooms, that's kind of the table where the item of analysis is being kept and studied. There's nothing on this table because to the left of it is a massive hulking, like automaton-looking thing with this intricate brass filigree all over the pauldrons and the chest armor and along the edges of like this helmet. One arm where. It's humanoid in structure. One hand, there's no hand. There's just a long blade that extends out of the wrist, and the other hand is clutching like a triangular shield that curves a bit forward over the knuckles. And the researcher that's cowering spots you and just kind of mouths, "Help!"
Is the automaton facing me?
It's facing him from across the table.
But is like how is it positioned though? Like is the table like I guess not parallel but perpendicular to me standing in the door?
So there's nothing between you and the table, but like.
But is it like lengthwise going down the way I'm standing? If I'm facing the table, is it going lengthwise perpendicular to me, or is it going like parallel?
Yes, you would be facing the skinny side of the table.
Got it.
Let me check something really quick. I can.
Has the automaton
Here we go.
noticed the other researcher? The researcher cowering.
It's facing him.
Oh, it is looking at him.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
shit.
I'd say. So you're about 40, 50 feet away from that center table.
40 to 50. Oh shit.
So you're the construct there is about 40 to 60 feet out from your range. You're just hazarding a guess as you're looking in the door for a couple seconds.
Okay. In that case, I'd like to look at my companions, and I'd like to say, we need to save that man. I assume it's a man. I don't know. Yeah, we need to save whoever that is.
Roll a perception check real quick.
Perception check, because I gotta be good at something. Nope.
Can't quite tell.
That's...
Features are mostly hidden behind a table.
All right. I'd like to sheathe my swords, draw my longbow, and fire an ensnaring strike at the automaton.
Okay. Let's...
Well, I guess actually I
you-
just fire an arrow and then I cast ensnaring strike so long as I hit.
Oh, right. It's if you hit, you can... Or no, sorry. You cast Ensnaring Strike, and then the next arrow to hit takes effect, right?
It says the
think that's
next
how that
time you
works.
hit a creature with a weapon attack before this... Wait, what? Before this...
Yeah, because it's a
spell.
concentration
Oh, yeah.
spell.
For
But
this
it
spell.
keep it up
expands when
until...
it hits.
You're right.
Yes.
Oh, I've been using this wrong.
Yeah, it's concentration up to a minute.
Got it. Okay,
So
so
just
I'm
kind of
going
have
to
that on yourself.
I'm going to cast ensnaring strike. And
Okay, so I think to do that, you just target yourself. Yeah, roll self.
okay.
Concentration.
Fuck. How do I target myself?
You're in the
You
combat
just
tracker.
need to drag
Yeah, I've
the
targeted myself.
effect onto you.
Oh, right. Yeah, you don't have to roll to cast it. You can just do this.
Do what?
You have the effect. I dragged it onto you in the tracker.
Oh, well, no. Ensnaring strike just makes it so that the target becomes restrained if they fail a strength saving throw.
Yes, but the effect for the concentration needs to sit on you.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you've
I'm
got
sorry,
it
the
set to where
concentration.
he'll do an extra 1d6 of damage. I don't know what you put on him.
Oh, sorry, that was Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, no, I'm not casting Hunter's Mark because that's a different spell.
Yeah, that would be the... Nope, you need this one.
Thank
Nope,
you.
nope, that's the wrong one. Here we go.
Now, real quick.
There we
Another thing I'd like to know.
No.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use my extra attack, which allows me to
No,
attack
that-
twice, and I'm going to fire 2 arrows at it. So,
Hey, I completely spaced out. Is there a map for this?
There's about to be.
Oh,
He's taking a surprise attack from the door. As far as I know,
God.
nobody else has even moved up on the door with him.
okay,
Oh God.
that's 1,
Why?
and that's 2. Okay, so I missed 1, but I hit the other.
But the first one hit.
Yes. And,
Why
you know,
am I
I
doing
really
this?
want to use one of these. I really want to know what it does. What does a walloping arrow do? Can I use that?
No.
Can I use that?
Oh, dude, that would also throw it or knock it prone. So not only could it possibly be restrained, but it could be knocked prone.
Let's see. So, creature hit by the ammunition will succeed on a DC 10 or be knocked prone.
You know what? I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna bother with that right now. Let's do that. Okay. I mean, he resisted the damage, but he needs to roll strength. Otherwise, he is restricted.
Okay. Where'd it go? There we go. Stats.
What would the strength saving throw be? What is the?
What's the DC?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. It says strength check against your spell save DC.
Okay,
What
so
is-
what's
what
your
is that?
spellcasting stat?
I don't know what that
I
is.
think it's charisma.
Do you have that ability in your actions tab? Because if you hover over the attack, it should show it.
Yeah, I have it in my actions tab.
It says a save is a strength DC 12.
Okay, yeah, there it is.
So yeah, he fails the save.
Oh, bitchin'. Alright, and then I shout at the researcher, "Run!" And then I draw my 2 swords. And I'm done.
And that means that I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
You sound very excited to roll initiative.
It's 2 fucking a.m. I'm tired.
Yeah, we may just start with this one next week. But
Finally
here,
get
let me
to
at
the good
least.
stuff.
Hey, you got to try and get lucky. You went on an acid trip. I told you we didn't know what was going to happen tonight.
Honestly, he was luckier than we were.
I mean, we can try and get through like a round or 2 here.
Yeah, let's give it the good old college try.
I need to find the right window so I can
God,
share
that's
this
so
with you
I
guys.
can't get over how white that is.
There.
You know what? I don't need to take this shit from you. Oh fuck! I also fuck me. Before we get too far into this, I also forgot I have another thing. Where is it? So I have I picked up a feature. When I hit a creature with a weapons attack, the creature takes extra 1d damage if it's below its hit point max. Oh, never mind. It didn't take any damage. I'm dumb.
Swear to God, I thought that at the bottom of the map that was a foosball table.
Yeah, you
Swear
guys
to
are gonna
God.
have to climb over that one. They had barricaded themselves in. So who?
Me, I'm not. What do I have to? What am I rolling?
So go to your character sheet and grab the initiative. Like,
It
just
says
grab where it shows your initiative bonus.
INIT.
Just toss that into the chat window and it'll roll your initiative for you.
Oh, you need to lock the tokens down too, because I can just pick mine up and move it.
That is the intelligence save.
Nope.
Wrong one.
Or you can click it.
My bad.
I'm like, why don't you have an initiative roll yet?
Right in the
And Will
There
will
you
go
go.
right here to try and put himself between the automaton and the researcher.
Okay, hold on.
Is
Let me. Yeah, he's off to the right. Let me give you a token for him or something.
Thank you.
How about?
Yeah, I guess I'll go like there, and hopefully the researcher will run in such a way that he will then be like, I'll be between him and the automaton.
So who would have been coming in behind Will?
not me.
Hopefully Tim. Come on, Everest. I really need
Okay.
Tim.
Flint, would you have like charged up when you heard this going down, or are you still kind of hanging back wary of the whole thing?
I'd probably run up.
Okay, so
It looks like a Dragon Age Origins picture right there.
the portrait?
Yeah, that portrait for the dwarf.
Oh yeah, I don't know where he got that. So Flint, you're kind of right behind him. Lucky, any?
Lucky with the best initiative.
I'm not hearing Bradley if he's talking.
I didn't say
again.
anything.
Okay, double checking. I never know if I'm like losing everybody or not.
Come on, Bradley, you magnificent bastard.
Would you be hanging in the back?
Lost. Me?
Either of you. I'm placing people on the map where they would probably be
Yeah, I'm
putting
chilling in the
themselves.
back.
Well, it's in the gray somewhere. We're right on the edge, so we're back here somewhere.
Okay. Just checking. Can you see yourselves if I put you in the gray?
Barely.
Yeah.
I see my head.
Okay, so with that, and surprise round, Will, you do actually get to go first. So that's your
Oh yeah.
move.
Did I
Still?
get? Yeah. Well, that was from the sneak attack. I fired my bow.
Right, but then you said you wanted to move to that table location?
Yeah. Well, that was gonna be part. That was part of my move, or that was part of my. Yeah. So I'm.
Oh,
This is where I'm
don't.
starting
That
now.
means I don't know.
Like right. This is basically. And then I also screamed at the. Does the researcher get a turn as well?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, I'm going to continue to put myself between the researcher and the construct. I'm fucking going for it with my swords. I'm going to jump up on the table.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's like waist height, so you haven't attuned to your spider climb boots yet, but you have enough movement to do that anyway. Oh, right, I'm supposed to
Damn,
hit
you're
accept. Oh, well,
fucked.
whatever.
All right. Gotta get to my fucking swords. All right. We'll do. Red Dawn and Whispering Night. Resisted.
Yep.
That's not good. What about slashing? Also resisted. That's pretty bad. Do I have any magic? I don't think so.
Have you tried using the power of friendship?
So it's restrained, which means that it couldn't attack me if I disengaged, right?
It has 0 movement, and you get advantage on attacks against it.
So if I go up and I hit this thing with my swords and I realize it's doing fuck all, can I then like jump away?
It'd still get an attack
okay.
on you, but
Disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah, it would attack at disadvantage as a reaction. Maybe.
Okay. In that case,
now's when
I'll
it needs
back
to go
up.
prone.
Are you afraid of taking a hit, sissy?
Wait, did he...
Trying to keep this researcher alive.
The ensnaring didn't make it prone, did it? It just restrained it?
No, that was if I used a walloping arrow, which I did not use.
Say, because if you knock it prone with restrain, that's pretty awesome, because it has 0 movement, means it can't stand up.
Yeah, I'm currently looking through all my shit to see if I have any more spells, and I'm supposed to. I don't.
Well, how many spells are you supposed to know at level 5? You did level up.
4 first level spells and 2 second level spells. I only know.
No, that's
3
how many
first-
slots you have. How many spells can you know?
Oh shit! Spells known 4. Do I have?
Okay, so...
I have 3 known. So
You
I
have
can
3.
Get, I can get 1 more.
And I think when you level up, you could swap one out if you wanted to.
Oh, really?
Or is that just the metallurg?
Should be able
I don't
to.
remember.
There's also a new Unearthed Arcana for stuff that they're testing. It's pretty cool. Most classes now get the ability on I think it's a short, it may be a long rest, to swap out spells.
Ooh.
So either way, since you had leveled up before this, you can grab yourself another spell and swap with
Okay.
one you currently have if you want to.
Ooh. Okay.
But if you swap out Ensnaring Strike, that's really going to fuck everything up.
Yeah, I'm not. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do that one. Will is not going to be able to do anything else because he's cast the other spell and he's still concentrating on that one anyways.
Correct, you have that up as concentration.
So I couldn't cast another spell. So
No, you can't cast another concentration spell.
that's true.
As in, you can only maintain one concentration at a time, but anything that doesn't require it, you can still get away with. But, wait, you only moved and attacked, so all you have is a bonus.
I like that Unearthed Arcana by pulling general.
Neat.
Yeah, I'm looking at I'm looking at all the spells right now, and I don't see anything that I would currently use. So I'm
Okay.
gonna say that's the end of my turn.
Got it. Oh, right. I didn't even have it on you. So, cool. Tony! You reacted fast.
No, I didn't.
Oh, and I'm gonna yell at everyone. Swords didn't do shit.
God damn it, you piece of shit. Hold on, wrong character.
Wait, how do I say that nicer? Gosh darn it, you piece of shit.
Dang it, you duty head.
So what is this green thing over here on the right hand side? Is that just carpet?
Pretty sure that's
There's two large floor carpets underneath, like, the study sections.
Okay.
There's a floor carpet right underneath you guys at the doorway, and everything else is, like, the stone tile.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
It's a massive cannon.
Hold on, I think.
Do you still want that movement?
No, cancel it for me, please.
I don't know if I can...
Or just deny. Jesus.
I don't think
Okay.
there's even a deny button. Like, all you can do is ignore.
Okay. So here, can you approve that for me, please?
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Bless on these motherfuckers.
Fuck lucky. Fuck him.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Nice.
Through 10, too.
He's not even out yet.
Okay. I moved how much? 15?
You move 20. You have 10 feet of movement left.
Okay. I'm going this way. And then I'm done with my meal. Oh god, where's my combat tracker? Ah, okay, found it.
Pressure! So Tony kind of pushes up between you guys and releases like this. You see this light kind of fall from slightly above Will out on that table like a badass, and the other two of you getting ready to do stuff. You feel a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker, and lucky. All that cool stuff. So Avarice is going to do his 1-2 combo of, as a bonus action, is going to... Oh, Tim's supposed to have his initiative. Yeah, what did he do? He cast Magic Weapon? Gotta find his friggin' sheet. It's at the top.
Magic weapon is a bonus action.
Right, so he pulls forward, or he brings Tim out of his scabbard, casts Magic Weapon on Tim, and then...
Isn't Tim already magical?
No.
He can fly and talk. That sounds kind of magical.
So, in metagaming elements, he gains the ability to be a magic weapon by default later at a higher level. Right now, it's just an animated weapon,
Ooh, that's not good.
which is why he keeps doing this. So,
Can you turn the volume down on the combat music just a hair, please?
yeah, sorry about that.
Like, I mean, I know this music slaps, but come on.
I believe it actually claps cheeks.
Oh god, I hate you.
I couldn't hear you over the sound of you trying to steal my slab.
Oh my god. Yeah, so we're going to have Tim on the field. So, Flint, as you've never seen this before, Avarice moves forward in his suit of armor, lifts his hand off the scabbard, and the sword itself just kind of flies out and then hovers in place right next to him.
Gross.
All dangling there, slightly to the left.
I've seen it all
And then
before.
he reaches his other hand out and casts a quick spell towards the blade, and it kind of shimmers. So if we target Tim, hey, target. There we go. Boom. And then he's gonna move forward and let loose a firebolt at our construct there. Stop targeting Tim. What the? Oh, right. Bless. I'm like, why did so many dice just fly? Okay, so the firebolt arcs out towards the construct. He rolls for damage, and as the firebolt impacts, like right on the kind of the left chest piece of this creature, instead of like an impact and like a blowback from the collapse of the firebolt, it kind of almost slows as it comes into contact and gets absorbed into the armor.
My God.
And you just kind of hear him swear under his breath. Fire's not gonna work. But that would be his turn, so then Tim gets to go. And you just hear this bizarrely cheerful, "All right, I get to kill something again! Woo!" How far is that? Let's see. Sweet. Tim's going to... Does he have 30? Yeah. You see the sword kind of swoosh, bounce along the ground there, and it's going to take an attack at our construct here. His attack looks like what?
You said this thing is
I don't know.
entirely like metal and like powered by magic, right?
Yeah, there's this bizarre hum coming from the center of it. The eyes are glowing. There's no actual organic component that you can see. There's just kind of this dark, like mesh type metal that's forming the armor pieces with this like very detailed like filigree artwork built across the whole thing.
Okay.
I think I just roll. Sweet, so he hits for and actually manages to. You hear kind of a high-pitched like screech grinding sound as it does this, or as Tim pierces kind of straight forward through like the right pectoral of the armor piece. It looks like it actually managed to damage it. So that is Tim and Avarice. So Flint, you're up.
How much do I get to move?
Your movement, sir, is
Or if it's like steady, what, 20, 25?
25. So if you drag your character out to where you want to move, I think it should tell you distance automatically.
Boom. Exciting.
You're level 5. Do you have all those, or all your spells?
I've got some spells that I can do, but I'm not sure I can do them yet.
Okay, I just didn't know if you could know more than what you have currently.
Oh, I have literally no idea.
Because 4 seems like an awful small number. Who knows? Hold on, I got this. Not PC, got too many windows. Classes. Oh, screw that, I'll just use the book. Just in case you could have come into this with more spells equipped than what you have, I want to double check that.
Feels about right.
Do I hear someone snoring in the background?
Not
My
me.
kid.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Just
did
a
Az
little-
dial in?
Sleep dial.
No. The kid
Oops.
here is probably just.
Okay. So... Spells known. If anyone knows this better than I am looking it up, please let me know.
What are you trying to do?
How many spells can a paladin know?
What level?
5. Oh, charisma is your spellcasting modifier.
Yes.
So you've got a bonus of... Now I put that stuff away.
5th level paladin has 4 first, 2 second.
That's slots.
Oh, you want known?
Yeah. Okay, here it is. Charisma modifier plus half your level, rounded down. So your charisma modifier is 3, but you can actually know one more.
I can know 5 total.
You can... Yes, you can know 5 total.
Rad.
And next level you'll be able to know even one more. It has to be 1st or 2nd level, though. I mean, because I guess it would be kind of pointless otherwise anyway.
I mean, clunky with what I have for now.
Okay, just wanted to double check
Yeah.
if there was something you had at range or not. If you can use your bonus action to dash if you want to just get up in its face quicker.
Sure. How much more do I get off of dash?
So if you dash, you get your movement again as your bonus action. Then that literally means you just spent your whole turn moving.
No, not your bonus.
Or no, I'm sorry, your action, not your bonus.
Unless you're a
So,
rogue.
yeah, your action and your movement can both be spent moving if you want to. Then if you had anything bonus to do up in its face, you could, but if you don't have a bonus attack, then all you really did was get right up there. So it's up to you.
I do have extra attack.
That means that on an attack action, you can attack twice.
Ah, well then. I mean, might as well just go and stand on it now. Yeah.
Okay. So Flint charges up from the doorway just in time to get up to its feet. And this thing's standing significantly tall. It's like 7 or 8 feet.
A less than 5 foot blur from the door to the demon. Shit,
Awesome.
no.
Okay, so now it is the construct's turn. It can use an action to try and break free from the vines, right? Nick.
Should be able to, but that's its action.
Say that again. Oh yeah,
it can
has
use
to-
its. It can try and
Yeah.
break a strength or a DC 12.
So in snaring
Strength check.
strike, while restrained by the spell. Oh shit! While restrained by the spell, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turns. A creature restrained by the vines or one that can touch the creature can use its action to make a strength check against the spell save DC.
So that
So
effect
it-
that you have
Oh.
on
Action.
you, that
Should be on it.
yeah, that DMG 0, that the O is, or O not 0, is for ongoing.
Okay. We just somehow have to tie the concentration back to Nick.
He's already
That's
got it
fine.
on there.
He does?
Or, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
he's got
that's-
concentration for Bless.
Yeah.
Hang on.
There should
can I
be one
drag
in
that
there.
effect? Ah, there it is.
you've got just the concentration for restrained on the construct.
Here, I think I can do this.
I can put that back on me. Aha.
There you go.
You just need to clear that.
Oh yeah, and it says applied by, so that's where the concentration comes from.
Yeah. And then you got to clean the one because it's also concentrating on restrained. So the first effect just says restrained C. Remove that one.
Well, it says applied by Will Windrider though.
Because he put
So
it
I think
on
it-
wrong.
Yeah.
But shouldn't the restrained effect be part of the concentration? Like if Will loses concentration, the
That's why he
ensnaring
put it on
vines are
him.
gone.
If you look on Will, he has restrained with just a C. So when Will gets hit, it will throw a save for him to do it. He accidentally put the one that's supposed to be on him on the construct as well. The construct's supposed to have just the DMGO.
Oh, because right now,
Nick, you can take it off if you put it on him.
I can?
Yeah, the little boot thing on the far right of the combat tracker.
Oh, I can't take the restrained off. I didn't put the restrained on
The
it.
effects restrained.
Yeah.
so where I'm
Brandon-
concerned is
Brandon,
I think
take off the restrained is not the one that you have. I don't know exactly what it looks like on your screen, but I think you're okay leaving restrained on it.
Except
up
it's going to
until
throw a
it breaks.
concentration check for it every time it takes damage.
Are you sure?
That's what that's for. That's you put that effect goes on whoever casts it for the concentration. The other one is for the
Okay.
target, so that the very first one in that list should be removed.
Oh, I just restrained myself.
on brand.
You had yours correct, Nick. You have the restrained.
Okay,
C.
yeah. See, okay, Brandon, look at mine. Brandon, look at mine. All right, I'm gonna put it on now. Now look at it. So see the one that says restrained that I added the second time?
Yep.
Yeah, just
Yep,
the
That one
restrained.
does not have a check.
Right,
Remove that other
because
restrained.
he's down to 1.
No,
There's the damage 0, and there's the other effect that he's applying.
the restrained, the second one, it should only have the damage ongoing. That's all that should be on it. There you
Okay.
go. Now to test
So
it,
if
make
it
sure
doesn't,
it's working, pull the little the pointer showing it's its turn, put it back on front, and then move the turn forward, and it should automatically throw damage. And it didn't. There it is.
there we go. Because you have to use the down arrow.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, isn't that?
But now, if the construct makes like, for example, an attack instead of trying to, because technically it could try to attack, couldn't it?
Yes, it would be at disadvantage because it's restrained.
So my concern right now is that it has no restrained effect on it, so no one's going to get their attacks with advantage.
Right, the actual restrained condition you have, the other one I was saying you need to remove is the one that said restrained with a concentration on it, because that was the one that Will's supposed to have had on him.
Yeah, but then he put
Yeah, and then-
he put
and then I
restrained
put a-
without concentration.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
one.
one is supposed to be there.
Yeah, that's what I put on him the first time. Or
Okay.
that's what I put on him the second time.
That's fine. Turns out that the vines don't seem to be doing the damage you're expecting them to do.
That's okay. I expected it to hold him.
So
Yes.
the construct
Wrap
is going
around him.
to swing the
tightly.
shield arm towards Will's torso and punch downward with the sword at Flint. Let's target
That's
him
illegal.
correctly here. Not in this neck of the woods, apparently.
I mean, it's illegal. He'll just have to suffer the consequences.
Man, this researcher's really taking his sweet ass time to get the fuck out of here.
Dude, he's
Did-
just so
Did it
sweet.
roll at disadvantage, by the way?
It rolled advantage and disadvantage.
What do you
Why
mean
does it have
advantage
advantage?
and disadvantage?
Oh,
I don't know. I'm looking at the
it's
tracker.
because Will has restrained on him also.
Oh,
I
God
knew
damn
it.
See, you've already the spell went off, so that's you no longer have it. That's when you're concentrating on the spell, and you put not the.
Oh, so the restrained effect does not get controlled by concentration, just holding it on himself until he fires an arrow?
Yes, that's he can maintain. So if he misses and then he gets hit and fails his check, he would lose that spell because he's no longer concentrating on it. Because it says the next attack that hits, that's what releases the
All right, we're gonna
spell.
We're going to try this again.
Yay!
There you go.
I knew we could do it.
Okay, and then so it like tries to swing the shield arm towards you, but just gets caught in some of the vines and pulls up short. You just kind of push it back off you, and then not targeting Will anymore, targeting this bad mother right here.
Bad Mamma Jamma.
He's going to try, but he also misses with the sword arm towards you, Flint.
Excellent. Good
Apparently,
thing
he
my
heard you say it was
5 feet of
illegal and
greatness.
gave up.
Shit, I can't go to jail again.
Not again.
That was his multi-attack, and he can't move and didn't break out, so Lucky, you're up.
Caress him lightly.
I'll step into the room to
Seduce
get a better
him.
look.
Slurp.
And I guess since the only other attack I don't have anything else I can do to him at the moment, I'm going to try Witch Bolt to see if that works.
Sure. Nice. Yeah, the that lightning arcs out in the crackling witch bolt does connect.
Now become
Starting
Emperor
to affect
Palpatine
him.
now.
Unlimited power.
Will, it's back to you. At the end of that turn, the researcher does manage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then
To trip and fall on his shoelaces.
I'd like to shout at him as he's leaving. How do we turn it off?
so he used his movement and his action to get to the door.
But he can speak.
Nope.
Right, I was halfway through. For his bonus action, he shrugs and says, "I don't know how we turned it on."
All right. You said that it's humming. Can I see, like, if I look at its chest, can I see a power source or some shit?
Yeah, if you just climb into its helmet and look down into its chest.
No, this is the power armor from Fallout 4. I just need to take the fusion reactor out and we're good.
He said it's humming. He's like a song. He's not actually a power.
it's his killing song, man.
Like, is there anything that I
Stab.
can see that might be powering this thing?
You can use an action to take an investigation check.
It's humming me and Mrs. Jones.
Do I perceive anything around me that might help? Does anything stand out to me as being particularly helpful in this situation?
Let's see, what's your passive perception? That would show up here as...
Did you turn off the random initiative for this one?
I don't think I have that on at all.
Say it didn't if you wanted to or not.
No, I think I just left it with roll for initiative at the beginning. Why don't I see passive?
My passive? My passive is 14. It's at the front.
Oh wait, no, that is that
Perfect.
column. Okay. You'd have to spend an action to really take in your surroundings if you wanted to look for anything in particular.
Alright, I got nothing better to do, and my swords don't do shit. I'll spend my action. What
Okay.
do you want me to roll?
Well, you're not quite sure what you're looking for in particular, so this is going to be a perception check.
Perception? Alright. I'm okay at those. Not really. I rolled pretty shit last time, but I'm gonna roll in the dice tower now, so I don't know how bad I did.
You see various small tools on some of the tables across the way. The table at kind of the northern head of the room there catches your eye because it looks like there's a couple different flasks of material or of
You're
liquids that.
completely cutting out for me.
Oh no!
I could hear you.
The question is, can Will hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Can
Okay,
now
then I
that
guess
was
it's
my
just me.
that was my action. Can I spend my move action to get over there?
Yeah, you've still got your movement and your bonus.
Okay.
So
I'll take the risk of him hitting me.
okay, he will try and backhand you with that shield again.
At disadvantage.
Yeah.
That
Gotta
jerk.
make sure he's
That's
not targeting
illegal.
Flint.
That's illegal.
That's
Hey, that's
illegal.
my line.
Aw, they're becoming friends already.
You're
at least
sharing
he's not
each
trying
other's
to-
lines.
At least he's not trying to steal my slab.
No one wants your fucking slab.
It doesn't have any apples on it, does it?
No, just
Yeah, then I'm not interested.
just
Oh,
old
it still hits
dwarf
you.
writing.
Oh, god damn it.
The most
Bullshit.
interesting text.
But you
So-
maintain concentration?
Yes.
On what?
The DC was 10.
On his nuts.
No, I mean, what are you concentrating on?
On the spell.
No, I think because the way it's,
It's still
coded on the
restrained.
one, it's got the concentration on the effect of bless. That shouldn't be in there
Mm.
because he's not concentrating on it. The caster is, so Tony's concentrating.
Boom. That's okay.
What's
I've just
what-
taken the
what
concentration
happened?
off.
He
Fucking Tony.
Hey, fuck off.
So am I okay? Do I get to the table?
You do get to the table. You took
Alright.
17 damage.
Okay, bonus action. Bonus action. What's on the table?
Well, no, you already scanned it. So there's a couple different large flasks that
We already looked at it.
Well, your perception includes your spells, your sense of smell. So you can tell something over here has a fairly caustic odor to it.
What does that mean?
A free action. It's a free action
I'm
to
gonna
pick
guess
something up.
There's something a little stanky on the table.
At your
Like acid stinky?
Hey man, maybe.
All right. How does Will
Could be
roll
anything.
here?
Will wants to just take whatever looks the most useful, whether it be something he's supposed to drink or something he's supposed to throw.
Okay, you rolled high enough on your intelligence check not to try and drink anything over here.
Okay, good.
I'll give you that.
Whew, that was a close one, guys.
There were 3 filled vials. I want you to roll a d6.
Okay.
A
One.
D6, sir.
That's it.
Oh. 6. Wrong one.
you guys.
Alright. You have
And just
You
like
have-
that.
the large Erlenmeyer flask on the right in your hand. It's got kind of like a yellowish green color to it.
But
Smells like it's burning your nose hairs off. And
Bonus action, I throw it.
butt chug it.
I mean,
Wait.
technically that's a ranged attack. You might
Yeah.
just wait until your next turn.
But I have a thing called extra attack.
Yes, so if you use an attack action, you can attack twice.
What, can I say that I attacked?
Action to
Can I
proceed.
say that I? No. I'd like to say that I attacked the table, or no, I attacked the room with my eyes.
You would like to say that, and you did. Thank you for playing.
Thank you for playing. Go home.
How's your bonus action economy looking there? Okay, it's Tony's turn.
Come on, thief. Step up your
think-
game.
I think I only have the one bonus action. Oh my god, I just thought of something else amazing
No, you're done.
for next turn.
Cancel. Psst. Sir? Hello?
Too many windows. Too many windows.
sir?
Not enough eyeballs.
Yeah,
He's moving over there.
There are a lot of sirs in here.
Yep, speak more clearly,
Okay.
please.
I could just go to sleep.
I mean, you could, but then you wouldn't get to finish this riveting round of combat.
I
Yeah.
literally do not care.
Oh,
Donut.
it beat your DC by 1 point.
Okay, well then I'm gonna fuck. Because I don't have anything else to do, quite literally.
It's Ever's turn, and Tim. Tim's up in his face, so he's just gonna go first. Does Tim have an X? No, he doesn't have an extra attack yet. We're still targeting the construct. Yep, we're just gonna do wrong button. Fine, I'll look up his player character sheet again. That's a hit. Woo! 7 damage.
Woo, Tim!
You hear another kind of bizarre, joyful cackle come from your right, Flint, as it stabs into the machine again.
Good lord.
Avarist is rumbling at his spell list. That's not gonna. Nope, that's not. Okay. So, his magic weapon. The magic weapon is concentration. Well, fuck. 5, 6. Nope, too much. Okay, so he's gonna get here and draw his other sword and try and attack with his right here. So, is he targeting? Yes, he is. Bloody. Oh, right, bless. Yay! So he connects as well. Stabbing forward to also damage into the construct's structure. So you're starting to see like these weird sparking gaps in the main like central torso armor. Like these would have been, finishing wounds for a actual flesh and blood creature with the size of some of these holes, but damn magical critters. Flint, you're in its face.
I would like to have that be swapped with my hammer. My hammer be in his face.
You can certainly swap your hammer into its face.
Excellent, excellent.
Right, so if you're going to attack him, you need to hold control and click the construct either on the map or his icon in the combat tracker. So it'll show target. There you go. And then on your actions sheet, you drag the attack die from the weapon you want to use and drop it either in the... Actually, yeah, just drop it in the chat window.
Or you can click it.
Double click?
Yeah, I can't remember single or double click. Click it once, if it doesn't work, double click it. Either one works.
Which one am I clicking?
See, it looks
so-
like a little D20.
Yeah, the D20. Alright, I'm just gonna click that one, drop it in the... That was just a straight die drop.
Yeah, that wasn't it. No, on your actions tab.
That was awesome.
Action tab?
Yeah, in your character sheet, it says like main, skills, abilities down the right side.
Yeah,
All the way at the bottom is actions. That's where all your spells and your weapon actions are going to be.
that's... okay.
So then you can double click that first die next to the sword icon, and that'll
Yeah.
roll your attack. That is a solid hit. Then if you double click the damage box, that'll roll damage for you. Sweet.
That's so slander.
What?
Nick is harassing me via text message.
No, I'm not. How dare you?
Is that a magic hammer?
What I have, it is a
Yes.
sweet hammer.
Nice.
Would I be able to get? Do I have to declare it extra attack before I attack?
No, if you're using an attack as your action, you just get to attack again.
All right.
Keep in mind, you also have, as a paladin, you have your Divine Smite ability.
Yeah, I do.
You can expend a spell slot to deal extra radiant damage to the target. So depending on how high of a slot you expend, you do at least 2d8 and then 1d8 for each spell level higher.
I'm just gonna slap it again. See how that goes.
Go for it. Roll your attack. That's another solid hit.
Almost a crit.
Almost. Man, you're just like... Flint is like getting out some kind of pent-up aggression. He's just wailing into the center of this thing, like at the thighs and the pelvis with this massive
I told him that was
two-handed
illegal
swing.
and he still attacked me.
It's like he's screaming, "You'll never take my tablet!"
Do you want to throw a Divine Smite in there?
Sure.
So it's just you can, anytime you hit, you can expend one spell slot. So you can do this as many times as you have slots to burn if that's what you want to use them all on in a long combat. But you just mark off one of your either first or second spell slots and then roll that many d8. So like if you burn a first level slot, you roll 2d8. If you burn a second level slot, you roll 3d8.
Let's do a
We'll
level
get that
1.
coded in for him later.
Yes, I can. So if you pick up one of your die off the, off just like the general open table area of this Fantasy Grounds window, and then right-click, it'll multiply that die however many times you right-click. So, like, grab the d8 and then right-click, you'll have 2 in your hand. You can just toss them in.
I'll just do one.
Drop him in the chat window.
Right, but a level 1 is a 2d8 damage.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay, so the first hit connects like really solid, and you hear like the metal dent. The second time Flint swings, the head of the maul kind of like flashes with like this brilliant yellow-white energy as it connects, and like all these extra sparks kind of fly back into it. So he took 6 more damage than that. This thing's
Don't
starting to
steal
look
my
banged up.
tablet. I want my family back.
And I'm gonna get it out of you! Oh my god.
You're not getting family out of me. That's disgusting.
He's talking. Oh. He's beating it
That
out of
was
the
bad
machine.
If
There's a down arrow at the bottom of the combat tracker that says next actor. Whenever you're done with your turn, just smack that and it will move.
Does he even know? Do you have the combat tracker open?
No.
It's the crossed swords button in the top right of Fantasy Grounds.
Magical.
Shows you all kinds of shit.
It sure fucking does.
So down next to there you go. And he's still taking all that 0 damage.
What did
Hey.
he roll? Because he should be taking half. It's because it's from magic, isn't it?
No, it's just piercing damage. The vines aren't doing magical damage.
I didn't know if because they came from a spell, if you would it was considered magical or not.
That was what I was concerned with at first, but it says for the ongoing damage type, it just says type piercing.
Well, I'm just curious if it was because it could have been coded wrong. Maybe you need piercing / or comma magic for it to register. I just didn't know because how you want to consider it is like, okay, the spell summoned actual
So,
vines or
This is what it
vines.
says. The next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before this spell ends, a writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact. So, restraint, it does say, and the target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the magical vines until the spell ends.
Alright, I'll go with that.
So it does say that they are magical.
We can recode that.
And what's the spell called?
Ensnaring Strike.
So between the last round and this round, he's taken an 8 total from your vines. So I'll just add that to him.
Cool. Hey, Will has done damage. Yay.
I always knew you could do it.
Thanks, buddy. You get an apple.
Will does horticulture damage.
I prefer smooches.
So he's going to... I'm just going to roll right past that. Filigree Construct is going to spend an action to try and break these damn vines off. Nope. Nope. That's a big nope there, guys. Well, that means it's Lucky's turn.
I will just continue to concentrate on my spell.
What can I say except
move
you're
quickly.
lucky?
Move me to right there first, real quick, please.
Sure.
One more. Yeah, it keeps me within 30 foot of everybody. Damn, crap damage.
Lucky kind of shuffles across the floor and then reaches his finger out and static shocks him.
Alright, now is this potion in my hand, is Will correct in assuming if he threw it at the construct and hit the construct that it would hurt the construct?
I don't know. Have you smelled the potion?
I do what they taught me in science class.
Oh, he
which
can.
is I hold it
You
out.
can smell
for
it
me.
from there.
Okay, I was gonna
You
say I hold
waft?
out. I waft by like waving my hand.
The flesh on your fingers starts to fall off as you're wafting over the bottle.
Hot, hot.
They didn't tell me about this. Now make a ranged. God. Yeah,
It's
needs to be a
either
ranged
this or I
attack.
use my I use my newfound proficiency in rope related arrows and checks.
Yeah, no,
and
I don't think you're going to be
fucking-
able to wrangle that one.
I collapse this thing like the fucking AT-AT from the Battle of Hoth.
Okay, so for this one, just roll me 2d20, and we're going to add your dex and proficiency. No,
So
not your
just-
proficiency. You're not proficient with bottles. Your dex bonus to advantage d20.
So roll a d20 at advantage. Got it.
Yep.
And then
Plus
plus 4.
4 is 16. You just managed to catch it right on the elbow. Sure. So roll me 3d8 acid damage.
3d8 acid damage.
Could have been better, but all right.
Could've
You see it kind of eat away at some of the material that's right there at the elbow joint, and some of it's also catching like on its what would be its obliques. So it's adding up, man.
Okay, I do have an extra attack, which says I can attack twice instead of once. Does that include an attack I'm not proficient with, such as a ranged with like a throw another bottle? Like, can I bonus
Do you
action
want to
grab
reach back
another
and throw another one?
Yeah, I want to bonus action grab another
Grab a
bottle
bottle.
and throw it.
This one
Yeah.
makes it twice as strong. This one clones the robot.
Roll me a d4 first.
D4.
All right, you grab the one that was remaining on the left.
Okay. How
And
does
then-
my skin fare if I waft it?
You don't have enough time.
Okay, I throw it. At advantage
roll,
again?
yeah.
It's
At
gonna
advantage plus
explode.
4.
Whoops.
Fucking melt my
Critical.
face.
Oh my god. You've ranged in. Okay, the last throw you accommodated for it, and you hit this thing square in the face, like between the eyes. The glass shatters, the liquid like coats the front of the face and the chest.
This time, does a piece of glass get stuck in its eye?
No, but it kind of smells nice now.
Critically fragrant.
It's-
Perfumed.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
What a waste of a crit.
Oh, glorious. We're not all attracted to it now, are we?
No. It also seems like the head is moving a little more freely, like it's the joints in the neck are lubricated now.
Good job.
Your scientist or the analyst that was in the room is now not in the room anymore. And
I
I'm just gonna
don't
say
think there's anything else I can do.
no. There's no way to follow that up. You do still have your movement, technically.
Hmm. Can I go like there and then there?
Yes, that does say 30 feet.
You know, just in case I take another hit, I'd like to be at least a little closer to the cleric.
Well, I have good news and bad news. You can
Yes.
move that far, but the range of his sword arm is 10 feet.
Oh, what the fuck?
He has reach.
Wait. So then that means technically I didn't disengage him earlier when he hit me for 17, right?
Yeah, you would
Because
not
I
have
was
left his
within 10
range.
feet.
You went all the way back to the table.
But isn't
That's
that
10
within 10
feet.
feet? Yeah. So I shouldn't have taken that 17 earlier. I
Yeah,
was still
where he's
within range.
standing is a 10-foot square from the corner of the construct.
Oh, that's right, because your movement was at least 15 feet from where you were standing on the table.
So now you get hit for that damage.
Okay, so so I just keep the 17 damage now?
Yeah, I mean, technically he could have done more with the sword, but we'll just break even that way.
Okay. I'll take it.
After that rousing display, I would say we can pick this back up fresh next week, but I don't think we have a Tony next week.
Next week?
No.
Didn't you say the 23rd?
No.
Oh, wait, today's
Next
the what?
weekend's the 16th.
This thing's
Hey
heavily
man,
damaged.
it's up to you guys. You were ready to.
Everybody quit screwing around and just kill it real quick.
Okay.
I'm trying.
I don't
Tony, kill it.
wanna.
Tony,
Not
kill
throwing
it.
perfume at it.
No
Tony.
role playing, no crap, just kill it.
This
Stop
isn't,
playing D&D and just kill it.
This isn't Will screaming at Tony. This is Nick screaming at Emily. Kill it.
Fuck off. Tell me what to do.
Yeah, it is showing some significant wear in parts.
Can you improve my movement, please?
Yep.
Pull its heart out of its chest.
Who do you think I am?
Awesome.
Bitch.
You can roll
I
damage.
can take it.
That should be 2d8. 'Cause
Well,
you're
let me
level
just
5.
throw another one.
Yep,
She'll
go
need to
for it.
code it.
Ooh.
Awesome. So Tony puts her hand out towards the creature, and you guys see this kind of radiant fire form in a ring around it and collapse right onto like its collarbone and chest area. And since it's not fire, it doesn't get healed.
Whoops. I'm about to do.
Down button.
Oh, fuck, my bad.
Next turn.
The gleeful little rapier bouncing on its own goes for another stab at the construct.
Woohoo!
Golly gee, Goofy! I've never killed this many people before.
I was picturing more of a Mr. Bill voice.
That works too. That's a good hit for another solid skewering. And does... I don't think he has extra attack. No, he certainly doesn't.
Hey, what happened to
Nope.
music? The music keeps me awake.
Yeah, it's in the background.
Found the volume button.
Is this the
Uh,
Witcher 3 soundtrack?
It's all kinds of crap. I just find some like 2-hour mixes.
Press the down
Don't-
button.
Don't be
To my
hating.
own turn. Gotta love that bless. Wow, that rolled a lot. That was kind of lame, man. Oh well.
Okay. How
Quit
is
dancing.
He
this
spin.
music?
He 360 no scopes the golem.
Wind your back. People to the right and the left of you are both attacked into this thing.
Alright, well, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna smack it real good.
That is a solid hit. For decent damage. You're like starting to break into parts that other holes have been formed in.
Well, let's make some more holes, shall we?
That one hits as well.
Hello?
Yeah.
The fucking thing, the dice at the table did nothing.
If you don't drop
sure.
them in the chat window, they won't show up.
No, he rolled damage twice.
If he's trying to smite, they wouldn't. That's what I'm.
Oh yeah, you have to drop them in the chat window if you're trying to do that.
It's a
Awesome.
casual double damage.
Are you applying those?
So-
Yeah, that's the
Well, no,
smite.
now that doesn't do it from where you dropped. I didn't making sure that Brandon was.
Yeah, no, I
applying.
got this. It's fine. So the first hit kind of carves into the left leg, and it kind of drops down on one knee a bit. You spin behind you to bring the hammer around one more time. Again, kind of shoving that fury into it, pulling that divine energy, and as you connect with its neck, the head comes clean off
Oof.
in a shower of sparks that kind of falls across yourself and Avarice there, and you hear the humming drop to silence. The animated golem parts just kind of collapse in a heap on the ground, and the threat is neutralized. And then from out in the hallway, the guy that ran out, you just kind of hear,
Oh, thank God!
Can I go to bed now?
No.
yes, you can go to bed now.
That man.
Good.
And
Night, Emily.
Ugh.
Don't sound
And
so
on that
excited.
beat,
I'm so fucking excited.
we will pick things back up next week.
Yay.
Woo.
And now Will be attuned to his boots.
Yay.
He gets a little
Hooray.
ding. It's like, you're now attuned to your boots. And he's like, oh, god damn it.
Those
Dude,
boots would have been so cool.
I wanted to be on the wall so badly. Hey,
Sure you did.
hey, Brandon, you should take a look at the spell I selected. It's pretty fucking cool.
That's not a real spell.
That's not a real spell.
Real artists don't trace, Nick.
Dang.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Oh.